Mic check. Make sure the mic working. Market freaky today. It's a Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday, nigga. Alright, let me see what we got. What I got on the agenda? Hold on. I made it hide the crib. I can't find the crib.
Yeah. Be the first case like John, got it. Whoa, be the first case like. Be the first case like John, got it. Anything wrong, my dogs got it. Bitch, I'm a boss, I call shot. Sweat a few bags at the raw spot. Try to rock poppin' at the hotel. Better run the play for a whole bill. Before I hit the plate, make the house smell. Throwing up trays and Marshall. Once I'm in the chain, need a head feel. Motion on motion, that's how I feel. Came from the field, I'm crash first. Make mama cry, got to hear where it hurts. They come from my side, they gon' shoot up the church. From 9 to 5, got 9 gon' berserk. Go on a mission, stay on alert. On a man on the street, chop the top of the vert. Bitch, you feeling me? Bitch, I'm feeling me too. Got the energy. Send a hoe on a stroll out in Tennessee. I control all the motion and bimini. Really crunk up this shit, talking VNini. All my bitches be turning shenini. I got stripes on the turf, ain't no kinini. Got my ice like that dirty, just shitting me. Got the load on the boat, drop the pinini. Hit the nitro, the motor, I'm pushing it. I done won over quarter 200 me. I'm on top of this shit, killers under me. Might just fuck up the money on a tragedy. You put bread on the dummy for threatening me. Merc put that tape on the drum and pressed the leak. He was driving, his brain was sitting on the seat. I fly dope out the country to trust a tree. I been flying a pilot, I got the key. Fuck it, put them narcotics back on the street. Cut the block and go snatch you a Cuban link. Told 2 Dracos on me, cut a trench of me. Hit my chains when they clap, cause I'm turning up. See the money you get, I be burning up. That's a foot on the fit, I put on the stuff. I went out and went got it when time was tough. I whipped up in Bugatti, this one for Chuck. Free my brothers forever, it's only us. Ain't no love for the others, we set them up. Ski. Plus, yeah. Be the first case like John, got it. Whoa, be the first case like. Be the first case like John, got it. Anything wrong, my dogs got it. Bitch, I'm a boss, I call shot. Sweat a few bags at the raw spot. Yeah.
Southern fried chicken or shrimp? Why not both? Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Relationships are tricky because love can be challenging.
He's gonna love me for the good, the bad, the crazy, all of it.
Follow 3 couples as I guide them toward a deeper understanding of themselves and their relationships. Welcome to Messy Love. Listen on Audible.
I put my heart on my lips. I gave it all I could give. I made it hot at the crib. I kept that fire at the crib. Where you gon' go when you do? I'ma know for real. I pour a 4 in the field. You already know what it is. I keep a pole in the wheel. Cause a lot of these niggas out here envy me. It ain't no hole in the clear. None of my dogs got fuckboy tendencies. I don't need show no sympathy. Sippin' on Hennessy got me being sideways. Everything on me drippin', you niggas can't ride away. Nigga run around with the juice, nigga come spit your drink. I done earned my stripes, now I'm tryna go get me some real rain. And through my third eye, cause I got ton of vision. Had to open my mind, then I open the business. It's like you gotta sell your soul for them to pay attention. Fuck all that plan, now I'm grown, I put my heart in it. I had to get down with that chrome and show them niggas I'm serious. And it's like every song I'm on, I be calling my spirits. I put my Hublot on rocks, I put my Moscato on rock. One front, one say up. Shoot at an OB, shoot at a cop. Shoot at the police, shoot at your top. I made $1 million on socks. Free all my niggas who stuck in the box. Locked up and watching the clock. Locked up, they fighting with locks. Locked up, they swinging they knives. I can't be living this life. No more Bacardi, alright. I don't want Cardi, so I'ma pour Henny on ice. My vision is vivid. Told you I'm really a menace. I show you I'm destined to get it. I be outside with the glizzy. Told that fire be trippin'. I just might die how I'm living. Ain't take no bad, but I'm trippin'. Niggas ain't catch me slippin'. Ay, yeah, I make you laugh when you with me. Know that my swagger terrific. Ain't seen my dad in a minute, but I can't be mad, I got millions. I just pulled up in the limit. Thuggin', so fuck your opinion. I'm thuggin', so fuck how you feelin'. I'm calling my spirit through my third eye, cause I got ton of vision. Had to open my mind, then I open the business. It's like you gotta sell your soul for them to pay attention. Fuck all that plan, now I'm grown, I put my heart in it. I had to get down with that chrome and show them niggas I'm serious. And it's like every song I'm on, I be calling my spirits.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up, I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money, my dreams come true. My life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
Turn 7 to a 14, 14 to a whole thing. Lord knows it's a cold game. Switched up on you hoes, man. Big body take both lanes. Backseat blowing propane. All black, 5 gold chains. Young rich nigga bossed up on his own, man. My new shit sound like a soul train. Tookie Williams over Coltrane. Eric B by the rope chain. RC, we for show bang. Tiny Lokes and they go crazy. What you know about the dope game? Was you born in the 80s? Did your mama smoke cocaine? Have you ever seen the whole thing? Was you drove to the streets cause you grew up on show change? Fucked up when the dope age. It remind me when these rappers drop duds and they quotes change. Had to part with the low fade. I was standing in front of Knicks with my sack for the whole day. Drive-bys, that was road rage. And we park and hop out, learn levels to this whole thing. Old school play the OJs, tryna make a slow change. Mama still slaving for a low wage. Tryna double up, yeah. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money, my dreams come true. My life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
I leave it behind if you let me. Ironic, I drown just to hold you down. I jump off the ledge if you're with me. I bring you up, you just let me down. Let me down.
Need more money and chain too.
Let me down.
Whoa. It's hard to catch what you can't see. I grew up to be who I wanna be, so the more niggas talk, I'ma shine. Might have been way before it's time. Posted with my back against the wall. Life is a bitch, but she mine. The rag 6 do, yeah, it's mine. The west side too, yeah, it's mine. What you know about? Your poster on the wall at the dealership. Leaving in the bed, legs trembling. Getting banged on for your penalties. What you know about your response be the reason you exist. Lucky I ain't get caught up in the twist. Young nigga blue pager on my hip, so as the champagne spill and the car accelerate and the beat gon' cry. I'll be going to the bank at least 3-4 times. Get handshakes from the branch managers. We keep doing fly shit when the cameras cut.
Double up, yeah. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just I ain't telling no lies, I just
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got to you that money. My dreams come true. My life in diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
I'll leave it behind if you let me. I'd rather got drowned just to hold you down. I'd jump off the ledge if you're with me. I'll bring you up, you just let me down. Let me down.
Switch to TurboTax. File free in the app by 2/28. All 100% free. Now this is taxes.
I want to play.
Ain't no smacking the troll, no nigga, we don't troll the nigga, just know we smack. You ain't been getting active, we ain't gotta work no keyboard, even not roll tap. You blow it rapping, it's easy, you find your plugs. Most of my bros, we trap, get the low from cat, make sure you don't catch no DB. 12 try to hold you for trap, with the lights on, my ice turner. Hands on like I turn her. Jeans chrome, they not perfect. If I would paint, I'm pouring servo. She don't stay, I won't make her. The hoe come on, she ain't faithful. I took her phone and NDA. Give me my cologne, it's not disclosure. Every young nigga around, we got a box, shit rented a U-Haul truck. Thought we was broke, I'm sorry, my brother good. This shit like I'm at Walkie, but got so many clothes, I pop out the rest of my life and switch my outfit up. Used to be my dog, let nigga turn to my eyes. Fuck nigga talk too much. I put a 3 up in the Canadian cream, so them highs Britney Spears. On the E-Way V-truck, doors for BP, I still play the rearview mirror. My wrist is a PP, this a petty for lease, same price as Richard Mille. The whole boss stuff, she on my roster, she T for real. Talk on Jeff, home G, Wayne Bird. Him and Lee wrote them statements. Try to hit my little brother with another gun. They saying home road enough for days. How reaching her ass, edges looking like a Chantal, spoiler like a baby. You made it easy to build your cases. You selling weed on all your pages. Right through the hood back where they killed Lil G that left him on the pavement. Everybody first saw they hit him with a traffic. Now I hope he get probation. I used to be in the car with Lil Quint. One day I seen him serve his mama. Better be her rush in the trenches. He left a go yard in a Bentley. All my bros is super T. All my hoes be super T. All my clothes be super T. All my show be super T. Detroit Valley, she super T though. I asked if she know the V's. My hoe overstayed her visa. All my hoes from overseas. All my cars be super spacious. Shut your mouth up who you stay with. The Cuban shorter ain't got a bracelet. I rock money on the base. If you niggas don't come through trying to spin, we box shit in just for 10 days. Ain't never ever been on no hate shit. Ain't never ever been on no gay shit. I wanna pay some mind, bro. Bro, when the post some trick show. She wanna fuck my chain dog. She wanna suck my wrist up. She gonna sleep with some A-cash. She keep splitting my ear up. I spend a bag on Fit God, even though a nigga don't feel much. They care behind bars and they call it barbarian. Got a European broad, fly the bitch out from Netherlands. Codeine on fire and I double come styrofoam. Take the selling freestyle from out the paint, I ain't measuring. Two-tone watch, couple stones in the belt, couple members in the car. Treat them just like brothers. just like brothers, I treat them just like brothers. A couple members in the cut, I treat them just like brothers.
Let's continue on. C-Stunner. Still stuntin'.
Hey, if 12 put me right now, I ain't gon' lie, I need a lawyer quick. I ain't run these racks up by the book, I had to take some risks. Almost up my fine, want my fans, but they just wanna pick. Chasers going for a 50 ball, man, this rapping shit. Who would ever thought that little Cedric could beat a man now? Slapping bitches at this only time I had my hands out. Never had a coach jumped in the field and ran my own route. Known for making hits and talking shit with this here damn mouth. Stunner took off quick and turned it up, they ain't know what to say. Shirt cost me a grip, you hug me light and watch your makeup, babe. Just watch where you lay, them boys don't pay, you might just catch a stray. Just learn how to spoof a sack of cheese, it's just a call away. Shit say he ballin', but it's DMP on his statistics. Say she wanna be my lady, man, let's be realistic. Rank way too high, boy, my face is good in all the trenches. Pot university, just hope your bae don't pay a visit. Stick inside my pants, the barrel scraping on my kneecap. Custo asking for his cut, I told that G, you know I need that. This here bad talk music, not no motherfucking street rap. Going head first to that bag, boy, I don't got no time to back. Hey, if 12 put me right now, I ain't gon' lie, I need a lawyer quick. I ain't run these racks up by the book, I had to take some risks. Almost up my fine, want my fans, but they just wanna pick. Chasers going for a 50 ball, man, this rapping shit.
Gangsta Brazil. DJ Drama.
Pro, yeah, pro, yeah, pro, yeah, SAK. 15 carat wedding ring, ain't even married, SAK. I just bought a bad bitch, I'm such a cash man. Count up so much dog shit, look like cow shit. Just popped another X pill, I need to be cautious. Shorty wanted down on the lungs, chew a nigga up like gum. Eat it up till I got numb. I was so high, I couldn't feel when I come. Trap for the bricks and bread, yeah. Came from the blocks and the crumbs, yeah. $7 pull up in the slum, that'll motivate young nigga do numb. Young put the switch on the gun, head off sound like a bomb. Shine a bitch out of course, promise I ain't never gonna turn to my brother, yeah. Everything goes, I ain't gotta snipe no hoes. Went through the lows, now I'm about to go and cop a bowl. Cooking out the pirates, young nigga sippin' on high tea. Fly like a pilot, custom made Louis on ice skates. When I got a gal, I ain't had to sell my master. Rhyme with a smacker, turn your little kid to a bastard. Hold out the cash, yeah, it barely can fit in the bag, yeah. Count up these bands, yeah, count up so fast they crash. I got these suicide bombers, they ready to smash. Suicide, wipe a nigga nostril, wasn't nothing but an imposter. Top done died, so I got a bad bitch roster. Soon as I pulled up, everybody around me pulled up. The drink got no clip, fuck around a nigga might doze off. Spot with no furniture, walk through the bitch, got bowls out. Look like stash spot, this that one we roll out. The one you don't know about, you so bad she don't need no clout. 15 carat wedding ring, ain't even married yet. I just bought a bad bitch, I'm such a cash man. Count up so much dog shit, look like cow shit. Just popped another X pill, I need to be cautious. Shorty wanted down on the lungs, chew a nigga up like gum. Eat it up till I got numb. I was so high, I couldn't feel when I come. Trap for the bricks and bread, yeah. Came from the blocks and the crumbs, yeah. $7 pull up in the slum, that'll motivate a young nigga do numb. Walk outside the bank, look like a robbery now. 5,000 in the paint, I'm about to drink 5,000. $1 million whips and then some public house. I can change the flow up, I got different styles. Took the G to 7, I'm so high in the cloud. 47 scribbles trying to blow me down.
took the G to 7, I'm so high in the club.
Hey, say.
5,000 in the paint, I'm about to drink 5,000.
Hey, say, gang. Hey, say, gang. Hey, say, gang. Hey, say, gang. You don't feel what I feel for me. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me see if my mic working. Mic check, mic check. Make sure the levels are straight. 15 karat wedding ring, ain't even married, nigga. Alright, that's a bet. Yeah. So to answer your question, Kelly Green, yeah, I seen the news. Don Lemon just got arrested, or he was just taken into custody. They say he just was taken into custody. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that right now, due to the fact that, from what I know, churches are public sanctuaries. So if churches are public sanctuaries, then I know due to certain rights that they have, I don't think Don Lemon was allowed to be in the church trying to perform some type of journalism. So he might have broken the law. You know, he might have broken the law. Low key, Kel. I'm not sure. But I don't know. What they do though, early morning shit, man. It's 10:24. The markets was looking kind of funny for me today. I really don't trade on Fridays that much right now anyway. And she kind of in like this little continuation zone, so it's a whole lot of consolidation right now. It really ain't much for me to do but get trapped out. So I'm not doing no trades. I already lost. I think I lost like 130 this morning. So anytime I make 2 trades and I'm already in the negative, if I don't see a setup I'm liking, I'm moving on for the day. I'm not finna sit around and overtrade and, you know what I'm saying, crash out. So I figure, hey man, I'll tap in and I'll react to or play back the interrogation room I had last night. Shout out to Psychopatheist and all of the panelists and the chat. I like that event. I like how they set it up. I like how they put it together. I feel like it's a productive way to kind of weed out the bullshitters or the people who might not be as intellectually as astute as they think they are, or maybe a nigga ain't as well rounded as they think they are. So I appreciate that type of process. But I heard a lot of pseudo shit too at the same time. I hope them niggas was just arguing for the sake of argument, because a couple of them shits, I'm like, yeah, I know you not for real. Niggas talking about ethnicity and nationality. I'm like, I know that nigga trolling. But shout out to them brothers, man. I think, like I said, it was a good conversation. I'm anticipating that this league will be entertaining, and I think it'll be informative for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Different positions. All I gotta do is shore up my position, so it ain't gonna make me nothing but better, you know. So I don't look at it as far as in a negative sense or feeling like nervous or whatever. Like I said, only thing I'm saying is it's just gonna make me better. So it ain't like, you know, overly hostile, but at the same time they wasn't like overly friendly. You know what I'm saying? They have a procedure. So like I said, I appreciate the procedure. And I do recognize everybody over there got their own opinions about a lot of different shit. Some of them I can see they agree on certain things, like them boys over there. I don't know if they heavy anarchy. I gotta figure it out. They wouldn't answer my questions last night. I was trying to get some answers. They say, "Nah, nigga, you on the hot seat, nigga." So I said, "All right, okay." I respect that. But the more conversations I have with these guys, I'm hoping to kind of flesh out certain talking points that they got, so I can, you know what I'm saying, pin the tail, so to speak. You know what I mean? So we can pin the tail, so to speak.
But like I said, I appreciate them. FBA is the feds. I appreciate you following me, gang. You said I did a good job. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm ready for the season, man. I'm ready for the season. We're gonna tap in on every interrogation room like I've been doing. Sometimes I just sit back and watch them. Sometimes I don't catch them immediately. Sometimes I gotta watch them on a replay. But I usually like to watch. Like I watch Bro Moses's interrogation room. I watch Honey's interrogation room. You know, I seen Aaron Savage's interrogation room. I seen Bro Rob interrogation room. Like I done seen a lot of interrogation rooms. You know what I mean? Like I said, I support Psycho. I fuck with his channel, and you know, I catch different streams when I can catch them. A lot of the times though, niggas will be going live while I'm either enacting with an Aboriginal or I be sleep or something like that. Cause a lot of them conversations, they be taking place like 10, 12, 11 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm kind of really I'm out of it by then. Or I'm in a dead conversation with an Aboriginal about how pseudo he is. So sometimes I miss it. But when I catch it, I'm on point. You know what I'm saying? When I catch it, I'm on point. I like to watch, especially when he be doing like his little political shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like TYT. So when he was playing TYT, he kind of like, you know, I was kind of, I got my rabbit ears up. So I'm like, damn, this nigga Psycho fucking with TYT. But he always give his caveats. And then as it's developed, the more and more I watched it, I'm understanding his policies and I'm understanding why he played him. You know what I mean? It's good content, obviously. So, yeah, Cenk Uygur, man. Cenk Uygur. That boy tripping. You know, that boy Rashad got caught slipping. That boy Cam Jones did a heavy expose, man. TYT looking crazy right now. Cam, if y'all ain't seen that Cam Jones expose, let me turn my mic down too, because my mic sound crazy. Hold on. Yeah, man. Cenk Uygur, man. I don't know what them boy got going on down there. Cam Jones. If y'all ain't seen it, y'all go tap in on Cam Jones. Yeah, go tap in on Cam Jones. Hold on. Let me get the mic levels right. Cause that was crazy. It sounded like I had my lips on the mic, man. Hey, say gang. All right, let me see if the mic levels is a little bit better. Check. Yeah, much better. Chewing in like, I was so high, I can't feel when I come. Yeah, he got that Cenk too, man. He threw his little shots at Cenk. Anna, man, I don't know what Anna been doing. Anna's a grifter at this point. You know, I was, you know, when she was going at it with Jimmy Dore, you know, I was rooting for Anna. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Jimmy was coming with some misogynistic bullshit, and he was hating because they had some motion. But man, time tell, man. Anna be grifting, bro. She went over there with the females. I'm sorry, I gotta stop saying females. She went over there with the ladies on her take, and that was garbage, right? Her take is terrible. They trash. The Asian lady, Jillian Michaels. What's that chick? Amy Dangerfield. Oh my God, I can't stand Amy Dangerfield. So when she went over there having that conversation, I thought she was gonna bring a progressive perspective to it. But what she did was she went over there and started grifting and trying to get their views and pandering to them people. Like she ain't no trad wife, she ain't none of that, man. So I'm disappointed how she going. And then that boy Rashad, bro. Oh my God, that nigga Rashad, bro. I didn't know the nigga had 16 degrees and all them bitches was overseas. So man, Cam Jones did a hell of an expose. I was gonna play it when he did the video. I was gonna react to the video. I still might do it. I got a couple of videos I want to react to. I gotta react to this nationalist pastor, Pete Hegseth's pastor. He said a whole lot of things. I need to react to Pete Hegseth's pastor and his conversation with Nick Fuentes, right? And I want to react to that's a couple of things I want to react to say the least. But let me play this. Let me get into the interrogation. Let me see. And I gotta talk crypto because what I got it on the tuck. Let me see if it's already ready. Yeah, it's right at the top. I knew it was. SEC Chair Paul Atkinson. Let me just play it so you can hear it.
How do you think about crypto versus any other kind of investment for the average American family out there?
Well, Andrew, a lot of people are already exposed to crypto and other sorts of assets like that through their pension funds, and because they're managed by professional managers in those pension funds. So we're talking about the 401ks now, where that we have to do things with respect to the different markets very carefully. We're focused right now on private securities, private equity funds, and things like that, where again, a lot of people are already exposed to those.
I'll be having the volume turned down for the songs.
Managed pension funds, and so we're looking to allow people to have access to those through a 401k, through the professional management of the what is allowed into their funds, their trustees that are looking after those funds. But I think the time is ripe to go forward with that.
It's still kind of low. It's still kind of low. It's all right. I guess it's straight. So SEC Chairman Paul Atkinson says now is the right time to add the 401k into the market of crypto, right? That's gonna bring liquidity on chain very fast. As you can see, 12.5 billion, or 12.5 trillion from the 401k itself, right? But over here, I got a Twitter space. I'm probably going to listen back on. I like to listen to these. Extreme fear, crypto dumps while metals crash. So we got Mario Nawfall. We got all these guys in here. I'm not gonna listen to this full thing right now because, like I said, I got something I want to listen to already.
How do you think about crypto versus any other?
But this is why, if I'm not on YouTube, the average American, a lot of times I'm over here tapping in with conversations like this.
Global warming. And if we as humans fail that's our fault. So natural gas always goes down after it goes up. And when people tell me it's different this time at 5, I say good luck. It just, there's a lot of people in the graveyard who bought 5 and ended up getting out at 2.
Yeah, I think that's right. And you and I can argue about all the other stuff on Monday. Since we got
my shit froze up. I shouldn't even play that.
I have Amateo as the order.
My shit was about to crash. I shouldn't even play that bit. All right, so let me play this. Let me play this. What they do, Rob? What they do? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let me get into my interrogation from last night. I'm definitely gonna play the whole thing, cause like I said, I'm not even trading right now. I don't got nothing going on. I might take a bong rip or two, but I'm chilling. It's Friday. I might make some crypto trades while you playing, cause the market is crashing. I might short some shit. I'm gonna have to go look at it though. I think Solana might be an opportunity, but I gotta go look into it. But what I want to do right now is play the interrogation from last night. What they do, EIE. My boy T Lim in the building. What's up, T Lim? What they do? I forgot to say it on my last stream. I appreciate you for that donation, my boy. I appreciate that. I ain't get to mention it on the last stream. But yeah, I'm gonna get into this. This was an interrogation. If y'all not subscribed to Psychopictus, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. I'm gonna be doing a lot of engaging conversations over there. And they got Good Burger for the free on YouTube. I might have to watch that bit later on. Let me see what the comments is going through. I think I'm gonna look at the live comments too. Let me say 5 a pseudo 2. What else? Hold up, 1 second. You gonna pack me one? You gonna pack me one? After you? You looking like I came here to pack myself one. Fuck wrong with you. Hold up. All right, let me back it up. Nah, I'ma stand on it. I'ma stand on the Mod Raw again. That's not when I was mentioning it last night. It's not really. I wouldn't say it's not my wheelhouse, but I'll say that I don't spend enough time on my own stance. Strengthening it and bringing together my talking points on that on that subject itself. So. Yeah, I understand what you're saying as far as the pantheism is concerned. I think it's a slippery slope, but I don't, like I said, I don't mind showing up my talking points on that perspective. I spent so much time talking with Aboriginals and dealing with history and the science from an out of Africa perspective that I never really go to the God conversation. You know what I mean? We never really get there, so it's just gonna make my conversation points a little bit more strong. But so are you agnostic? I take it you're agnostic. Let me back up. Let me see when he started. Yeah. I think that's right here. Oh, they was hating on my music selection too. I ain't like that. They was hating on my music selection, man. Hold on, let me see. Somebody in the chat, let me see what she said in the chat. It was funny. I was laughing. I'm like, damn, she's selling out early. Talking about, okay, Lucky, I hope your interrogation go better than your music choice. I said, damn. Like, damn, look, another nigga said, this song is kind of ass. I say, damn, them boys hating out the real. They don't even like a nigga music selection. But I had to play that C Stunner. You know what I'm saying? I had to play that C Stunner. Oh, you say you're an atheist? No doubt, no doubt. Well, I'm still fresh and new to that conversation, so I reserve my right to pivot. Especially with that conversation. But right now, I do lead in on that the universe is God. I definitely lead in on that. But let me see. Let me start playing this. I'm gonna put this bar. What they do, Ogun? What they do?
Angels in the building. What's going on with her? Free DNA test for Avos was good. Tails was going on. GQ was hood with you. Black Ice was going on. Shout out to everybody else out there that might be listening or slide through. If I missed you, my bad. True Zone was up. Hey, yo, family, what's going on? Yes, we have another interrogation room right now. Another contestant stepped up to the hot seat to be interrogated for their chance to join the league. Let me get this. Okay, there we go. Get this together. So without further ado, let's bring up Brother Lucky, who is the very contestant tonight. What's going on? How you, Lucky? Are you there?
Peace. Mic check.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yes, we good. What's going on?
Okay, what's good with you, Psycho? Much respect.
All right, that's what's up. Shout out to you. What's going on? Everything good with you, Jay?
Oh yeah, everything cool, man. Everything copacetic.
That's what's up. All right. So for the people out here that might not know too much about you or whatever, why don't you give us a little background about yourself, where you grew up at, how you grew up, and how you actually ended up in these spaces?
No doubt. So I'm Lucky. I'm from Florida. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, to be specific, right? 904 shit, Southside baby, Arlington baby type shit. So, I grew up playing football. That was pretty much my whole childhood. Pretty much was trying to go to the league. You know what I'm saying? Going to practices left and right every day, playing 4-5 sports a season. You know what I'm saying? Went to college for a couple years. It didn't work out. I went on scholarship, played football, got, tried the regular route, didn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? And as far as coming across this, the black sector, I would say I probably got my introduction in 2013. Just watching MLK, and I used to watch MLK and Martin. I mean, I used to watch MLK. I used to watch Farrakhan speeches, and for whatever reason, that shit like put Sarnetta into my algorithm. So since 2014, 2015, freshman year, I used to, periodically I watching the videos, and that's kind of how I got my introduction into, like I said, the black sector over here.
Okay, you said freshman year. Is that college or high school?
Yeah, freshman year of college, 2015, 2014.
Oh, okay. What was your major, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, my major was poli-sci.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, you said you got drawn here through speeches, through people from the civil rights era and everything else. So it's 2014, 2015. I'm assuming it's during like the Black Lives Matter peak. Am I correct?
So what? Yeah, it's actually, So I was in college at the University of Nebraska when that whole Ferguson shit cracked off, and so that was kind of my introduction. Really, I had like a culture shock, right? Because I'm coming from Jacksonville, where my school was a mixed school where we did have a lot of white people, but when I went out to Nebraska, it was legitimately 35 blacks in the entire state, and we was all from out of state. So it was like a culture shock for me. I never really been around white people who didn't know black people. You know what I mean? So it was like, it kind of probably was like a defense mechanism for me. So I just started tapping in with all my, all my leaders from the past, kind of trying to learn where I was at.
True, no doubt. So when you came to these spaces, what was the first thing that kind of struck a chord with you? Did you connect with any of this stuff, or did you immediately say these people are nuts, or did you find something there that you actually connect?
Oh yeah, you said hold on, let me read the comment. You said that's crazy. I was watching MLK speeches and Sarnetta just started playing too. Man, I'm telling you, cause like I used to fall asleep. Like cause I have like I said on that in the introduction, I play heavy sports. So I'll leave practice. I get home late as fuck because of whatever reason. I might get home like 9, 8 o'clock. And by the time I'm been trying to wind it down, I fall asleep to, listening to like an MLK speech, or I'd be listening to like a Malcolm, or I'd be hearing Farrakhan talking. And I used to just play them back to back. And I used to just wait. When I wake up, it'd be them play like 9 or 10 videos. One day when I woke up, I fell asleep listening to MLK speech. I woke up, nigga Sarnetta, Rob Bourne, all the niggas on the corner arguing. Herman Smalls and all the niggas. I said, what is this? So I just kept tapping back in every now and then, periodically. But I never, I didn't know. I wasn't like locked in with the internet at that time. Like I watched YouTube for fun, but I was just, I didn't really see it at the time. But during that time that I'm speaking about with when I'm talking about the Ferguson situation, man, it was no black people in Nebraska. Yeah, you in the Discord? Jump on the Discord. If you jump in the Discord, I can hear you right now. Hold up. Yeah, I got it. We can do it right now. I gotta make sure the volume should work. Let me see. Audio device detected. Has detected new audio. Yeah. Let me see. Am I in a? Hold up. I might not even be in the right room. No, I'm going down here. All right, let me see if I can hit Kai. Can you hear me? Hold up. I know Ogun in there. I don't hear him though, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to work on this. I'm this my first time. I don't want to leave him in there too long. Ogun, you can hear me? Hold up. Okay, maybe that'll work now. Ogun, you good? You can hear me?
Can you hear me?
Hold up, what's going on? I think it might be my. It's cause I think my
Nah, there it is. I can hear you now.
hold up, my microphone plugged up, so I think the audio trying to come out my microphone.
I can hear. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
I can hear you, but the audio, yeah, I can hear you. It's a delay. That's what it is. It's a delay. Let me work on that. Damn, it's a delay. Yeah, I can hear you, but it's a crazy delay.
If you post a link, I'll just come through the link.
Let me figure out what's going on with this.
I ain't gonna stay long. I
That
just
shit
want to
about to
give you
piss me off,
suggestions.
low key. Hold on, give me 5 seconds, Ogun. I'm trying to switch. My headset ain't. I'm listening to you on the YouTube stream. My headset for my computer is not. It's not playing through the headset. It's playing through my microphone. Oh, all right. Well, if that's the case, then go. You can go ahead. Then it's just a little delay.
What you want me to hear to the phone good right here? You can hear me now? Okay, I just wanted to give you a suggestion. So like, I was in look. The little time I was in the chat, I was trying to coach you up. I don't know if you were looking at the chat. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know them niggas ain't over here, so I can say it right now. So when you over there like on psycho channel and you bring up your politics, right? With them niggas, stick to straight policy. You get what I'm saying? Don't get them. Don't tell them what political party you fuck with or nothing. That ain't their business. I'm talking about stick straight to policy that affects black people and help or harm. You get what I'm saying? So that's just that's an easy dub. You get what I'm saying? That's all. But I was in the chat and I ain't got no wrench over there, so you probably really didn't see me. I'm in that motherfucker typing like hell the little time. Cause I didn't stay the whole time, cause you my little homie. And I don't like to hear that jumping shit. You get what I'm saying? I don't know why I ain't get in the Discord and damn say something. Damn. But yeah, I was gonna tell you, just stick to straight policy with them niggas. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't tell them nigga how you feel about immigration. Keep your feelings out of it. Just stick to straight facts and policy. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck with no immigrants. Don't let them niggas know that shit. Cause every little thing, bro, they gonna try to use it against you. You get what I'm saying? So they gonna bring up that Democrat shit again. Oh, you a leftist. You a leftist. You fuck with white women. I'm telling you. I'm just warning you. You get what I'm saying? I talk to you more on the Discord because I got some more shit for you. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll talk in the Discord, yeah. But with them nigga, bro, just stick to straight policy. you know, well, what you is? You're a Democrat or Republican, nigga. I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Senate bill such and such, such and such directly affect the black community. This bill such and such, such and such is anti-reparation. You get what I'm saying? That's how you got down. What? So then, if a nigga agree with it, you know, now you got some fine for him. You anti-reparation. You get what I'm saying? So then the tables turn. So that's it. That's all I was just, you know what I mean? That's all I was like, damn, bro, I ain't even know you was on there, bro. Cause I've been super busy. I would have got down. Yeah, I was in the chat going crazy though. Yeah, no, bro. Fuck that. I don't want, nah, bro. I fuck with you, bro. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to give them nigga nothing. I want you to have you know that motherfucker. Nah, for real, bro. Yeah. And trust me, bro, I got some shit for you. You know, if you know, to help you out or whatever. Yeah, trust me. Cause I got I got family in politics. I'ma just leave it like that. So yeah. You know, I just wanted to give you that. I ain't gonna hold the show up, but I just wanted to give you that. Just stick to straight policy. Straight policy. You know what I'm saying? Cause how can a nigga fight policy? How can a nigga fight it? You either for it or you against it. That's what I'm saying. So you turn the table. Or you against reparations? You know a nigga ain't gonna say that on Psycho Channel. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
most definitely.
Right. You
Yeah.
feel me? So you lead the niggas, you lead them niggas to the water or to the cliff, and you make them niggas jump off. I heard him like, yeah, this shit ain't about us, it's about you. But you still could have reversed that shit too, bro.
Yeah.
I'ma talk to you, though. I'm gonna let you get
Yeah.
back to your show, bro. Yeah, you see I'm in your Discord, just let me know. You know, I got some shit for you. I'll post some links for you though.
Okay, that's a
What
bet. That's
channel
a
you want
bet.
me to post them to?
You say what?
What channel you want me to post them links for? I send you a couple.
You can put it right in Discord.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, what room I should say. What room you want me to do it
Oh,
in?
do it in the PSA room.
PSA. Okay. All right, that's a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna let you get back to it though. Yep.
All right, good looking, man. I appreciate that, OG.
Oh yeah, man. It's all love. All right, Yep. Later. I'm gonna
All right.
jump back on YouTube. Yep.
Okay, let me slide this to the side. Also, Kelly Green, I just switched my microphone to the headset. Let me know how my microphone sounds, Kelly Green. If I need to go back to the regular mic, I might got to go back to the regular mic. Let me see. And yeah, this is the headset. When I got my microphone plugged in, for whatever reason the audio don't play through the headset type shit. So I be having to listen with a delay. But I think if I can look at it, if I'm basing it strictly off how much it's hitting, oh, they don't like how it sound. Okay, bet. Let me switch it real quick, Kim. I got you.
All right, what it sound like now, Kelly Green? What it sound like now? My boy said that joke was too loud. All right, what it sound like now? I had like I said, I did have it turned all the way up, but that was just in reference to the fact that the microphone I bought, I gotta kind of turn it all the way up to get a good sound. But if just let me know what it sound like now. I don't wanna blast through y'all eardrums. I definitely don't want to do that. Is it better or is it good? Talk to me, Kelly.
With and thought that was something you should attach yourself to.
So in the beginning, I just like the idea of black intellectualism. So
listening to brothers articulate themselves about whatever, the Moorish shit, the Hebrew shit, all of that shit in the beginning was fascinating to a nigga. All of it was fascinating. But by 2016, so I give it probably about 18 months of me being exposed to the space. Man, what's up? Hold up, bro. I kind of started to take a position of like, I'm gonna only stand with information that's credible. So I just started throwing all that other shit in the trash. All that we been here, all that we the Hebrews. I just put all that in the same bucket back in 2016, 2017, and just, started to paint my own little path.
Okay. All right. So what's your theological views? Do you have any theological views per se?
Theological? You mean like religiously?
Yeah, spirituality. Yeah.
So I do fashion myself somewhat spiritual, but I would have to leave it in the agnostic realm. I don't subscribe to Christianity or Islam or any of the Abrahamic faith. I don't subscribe to anything that I feel like our people didn't originate or create. So that's where I leave it.
Okay. All right. So you're agnostic. Did you grow up a believer, or was you always agnostic?
So yeah, my mom's So this is what the brother was like. I should just left it at agnostic, because I do feel like it's pretty much the reason why I never really had the conversation, I never really deep delve into it, is because I do feel like a lot of it is unprovable. And as you're going to hear later on in my conversation, I don't like to argue anecdotal or unprovable shit. You know what I'm saying? Not from the guys that are trying to persuade or convince. You know what I mean? To me, that's just, like you said, it's just theory or theology or whatever. So that's when he ended up asking me, like, well, okay, what do you believe? I was like, okay, well then, yeah, I do. Like, if I'm gonna peel back all the layers and say, even though I can't prove it, this is what I feel, this is what I believe, and that comes down, and it got to fall in, I guess, some type of variation of pantheism. So that's why I modified my answer to that, because if I'm dealing with, okay, we're gonna peel back the layers of, okay, regardless of what I can prove or not, if I'm just strictly basing off what I actually believe or whatever, that's the closest thing I can get. Because other than that, when I ever have a conversation with it, I usually stand on agnostics, because I feel like a lot of this shit is unproven. But if we're going off of feeling and belief and shit like that, then I can give a nigga what I feel and what I believe. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much where I'm at with that. But I'm looking forward to having that conversation over there, because it's a lot to I guess digest, and it's a lot of different little nuanced things that like I said, I've never really paid attention to. So it might be some information in there that might push me one way or the other, because at this present moment, I'm just, I'm at where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? They big in the church. They big Christians. And I really, since I was really my senior year of high school, it was already the writing was already on the wall. Like I said, I was watching videos and shit. So like my peoples, they used to come in the room and be like, oh, you ain't going to church on Sunday no more because you a Muslim. They used to make jokes and shit. Cause like I said, I used to fall asleep listening to Farrakhan and all them other niggas. So, it was kind of, it was a topic, but it wasn't something that they was too serious about making me do. You know what I mean? They wasn't pressing me like, you got to go to church, little nigga.
Yeah, no doubt. So, all right. So, what's your opinion about Christianity and the church?
So I believe that historically, the church was a foundation for liberation for the Black American. But do I think in 2026, I think it's a net negative. I think that it does not benefit the Black community any longer. And that's my stance on Christianity. That's really all together.
Okay, is that your same opinion about the Hebrew Israelites? Like, did you grow up around Hebrew Israelites, or is that something new that you saw on the internet?
Nah, I got exposed to Hebrew Israelites in 2013, bro. Never heard like the Moors. No, I came across Moors because I had a homie. His daddy was a Moor. That nigga had a fez and all in high school, but I didn't know nothing about Hebrews. until literally I saw it on YouTube.
What was your opinion when you ran across him?
Like I said, I thought it was cool at first. The first couple of live streams or whatever. But when I look into it, it all stems around anti-blackness, right, and anti-Africanisms. And I got into the information, I got into the space to combat that from white people. So why would I participate or support it from niggas?
Okay. All right. So yeah, you said you came across the Moors early, which is out in Florida. That's well, I guess they got a base out in Florida to a certain degree. It's more of a northern thing, but so what was your opinion? Did you learn anything about them before the internet, or did you just see them kind of didn't really pay them too much mind until you got on the internet?
Yeah, I didn't really pay them no mind, but when I came on the internet, then it all came back to me like, oh damn, my old boy was tapped in with that stuff. Like he used to tell me like his daddy was Moorish on the paperwork and all that stuff. And I didn't know what they was talking about. You know what I mean? So this was way before I was even what niggas is calling conscious. I was just a regular dude playing 2K and chasing females.
I feel you. So what's your opinion about sovereignty?
I think sovereignty is an illusion when it's not tied to citizenship. So I feel like to be a sovereign citizen would be like a oxymoron from my research. So I don't think it have no validity. I think it's a white national or white. Let me use the right word. I think it's a white ultra nationalist movement that blacks have picked up on.
Okay. All right. So you
So we in the building, right? Let me see. Let me check the chat out. Cause I was trying to read the chat last night, but my phone died halfway through the conversation. So I was looking at the chat, but then as soon as my shit died, cause I'm on my backup phone, and this battery is trash. That bitch should be on 30% and just crash out. So I'm looking at the phone. and then bim, it just died. So once it died, I really didn't have, no looking at the chat because I didn't want to, I'm using the desktop, so I didn't want them to hear me clicking my mouse at all because I didn't want people to think I was looking up shit. You know what I'm saying? So I left the microphone open. I ain't touched my mouse or none of that because I'm like, man, if I even click over here and look at the comment section, somebody gonna pop their mouth and be like, this nigga gotta look some shit up. So I'm like, nah, nigga, listen. Last night I wanted everything to come off the hip and I wanted to be fairly accurate with it, right? But them niggas kept trying to get overly technical like some more. But it was all cool though, you know what I'm saying? It's all under they just being precise, and I also want to be precise, and I want to make sure I'm working my vocabulary and I'm using the correct words and I'm lining up my talking points the right way. So I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. But I was like, damn, nigga, I thought this was just a little off the hip shit. They like, nigga, give me something. Nigga, what's the definition? That sound like your definition. I say, nigga, I thought that's what you wanted. What's wrong with you? But nah, so let me look at the chat. So okay, that ain't bad. Let me blow this up too. What up, Nat? What they do, Nat? Yeah, let me check out the chat real quick. What they were saying. Let me see what they were saying in the chat last night. So, bim, they got, like I said, they were dissing my song off the dribble. I say, damn, they don't even like my music selection. The problem is we need to learn how to pick ourselves up by the book. Oh, that's Super Coon. Super Coon be trolling. All right, so Sean, he came from over there. I appreciate Sean for the pull up. That boy used to be disrespectful, but we let bygones. So yeah, they talked about the song being asked. So then she said, okay, look, I hope your interrogation go better than your music choice. That's where I left off at. I see Vino was in there. What up, Vino? Shout out to Vino for pulling up last night, showing a little support. He said, one more week to go, join the debate. Okay, so the debate actually starting next week. So y'all boy, I guess maybe they closing the deadline. So, okay, so I got High Priestess Akasha. Oh, that's the lady who was the woman who was speaking to me at the end. Okay, so she had already given me a yes. Okay, that's a bet. Okay, bet. Okay, my dog, my aunt was in there last night. Okay, yeah, for sure. Angel, she put the ear emoji in there. She must feel like I was giving up too much information. See, that's how them interrogations be though. Like, so I watched a couple of them. So I seen one nigga was very close to the breast of all his information, and they pretty much tried to stomp that nigga out because he was running. So you know what I do? I ain't gonna give you everything, right? I'm gonna give you a couple nuggets, right? But I also put out some traps last night. Niggas don't even know. I put out some traps last night, and because a lot of people was doing over talking, I'm taking mental notes. You know what I'm saying? I'm recognizing patterns with these guys off the dribble real quick. But that's why I'm trying to get people to answer questions like, okay, well, what side of the aisle do you fall on? Oh, I don't fall on nothing. Okay, well, that's the tactic you under. Okay, I call that backpedaling. You know what I'm saying? But the more interactions we have, I'm gonna be more guarded, right? But this was an interrogation, so I had to get him some bait. You know what I'm saying? To reel him in. You know, so I went in there letting them know off the drip. Oh yeah, I fuck with integrationism. Cause I'm trying to get somebody to bite. Ain't nobody bite last night at the integrationism, but they been on everything else. So I'm gonna give them a couple of things to reel them in, and I'm gonna set them up, right? I'm gonna set them up, most definitely. What we got? James, he say lucky good peoples definitely have something to add. Okay, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Look, Lou thinking exactly what happened. She said niggas be slipping. See, they thought I was giving up too much information last night, nigga. They like, boy, that nigga, that tripping. She like, boy, that nigga tripping. Angel said she did some homework on me. I don't know what that mean. What that mean, Angel? She did some homework on you. So you been tapping into YouTube streets? She said, Akasha said, I hear Domo, Blue, and Anon. I wonder what that, maybe that's, she hear them got to argue with a nigga or something. Because Anon did come up there on some heavy smoke. Anon definitely came up there with some heavy duty smoke, for sure. She said, Lucky, that's what's up. Okay, yeah, that's my dog Thurman. Shout out to Thurman. But they say Lucky got some weird ass haters in these YouTube streets. I hear he must be doing something. I definitely got some weird ass haters. Most definitely Angel Food. I got some weird ass haters out here. That's a whole fact. Let's get the full chat. This is the top chat. Let's get the full chat.
I think status correction and all that is bullshit.
110%.
Okay. All right. So a lot of people that subscribe to this also subscribe to the black people always being here. That's why we should be sovereign. We should have sovereign nation because it's our birthright. A lot of people believe black people was here before the date of 1492, October. They think black people was already populating this landmass. What's your opinion about these claims?
So I think these claims right now, they're currently unfounded. I'm not against these claims being proven. I'm against people who do all the talking and do none of the walking. So I haven't seen nothing but anecdotal evidence. Shout out to the OG. Shout out to Turtle Gang NYC. I appreciate you pulling up on me, gang. Shout out to the OG Turtle Gang. But they say Taz has agitated the debater sector, showing off that belt. Yeah, I did know. I've been noticing that. For whatever reason, that boy Taz got, I don't know, Taz got these, he got the streets right now. Taz got the YouTube streets. I'm noticing that. These black sector spaces, Taz got the streets. So if I want to come in this thing and I want to shake some shit up, I can see I'm gonna have to Domo he with the intellect. You feel me? Anon seemed like he the money talker. And Taz seemed like he got the streets. So I'm gonna have to go through them three. Pause. You know, and all three of them fields, I feel like I'm fairly equipped to handle some smoke. So I'm gonna be up for the task. You know what I'm saying? But I do see Taz got the streets right now. The YouTube, everybody fucking with Taz in the YouTube street, and niggas is running. I'm recognizing the pattern. You know, I'm a pattern recognition type dude. To say that niggas was here, and so with that being said, I can't stand on anecdotal evidence. So I'm gonna have to say, nah, we've been here since 1493. You feel me?
Right. Okay. All right. So you said you don't subscribe to that. Do you subscribe to DNA? Do you think DNA is something that people can rely on? You think it's just for entertainment?
I think DNA is a great tool to put in your tool belt. I don't think it's the end all be all, but I think anybody who's against it, just maybe it's not as as learned in the subject matter. But that's what I say to it. I think you can't you can put it in your tool belt, but it can't be your only tool.
Okay. All right. So what's your opinion about this current online skimmage that seems to be going on with Pan-Africans and this so-called foundational Black Americans that is, this label that's attached to these online groups?
To me, it's a government play, just like black men going against black women. I think all this shit is a government play. A COINTEL 3.0 type, so to speak. So I don't support any type of disagreements or public back and forth. Nah, I don't support none of that shit. I think it's, like I said, I think it's government psyop.
Think it's a government psyop?
For sure.
Do you think it's a political agenda attached to it?
I think that a political agenda attached to it now, but I think that in the beginning, no, but how we know this, the government works, or how we know these three-letter intelligence agencies work, they usually go after organic things and try to create an opposition to it. So this is them fighting back against blacks coming together around the world. They want Black Americans to not fuck with the Caribbeans and all that type of shit. So to me, it's clearly orchestrated.
All right. So do you identify as a Pan-African?
I say I identify as a Pan-African sympathizer. I fashion myself a left-wing, pro-black, civic nationalist, Pan-African sympathizer. That's where I'm at.
Ooh, that was a mouthful. See, I was trying to bait him in right there. Hold on, let me see the chat real quick. Here go Vino. Vino always in there with the bullshit. What Vino is that? He talking about Lucky Star. Okay, so you know what's going on as well. What he said? Get out of here, Vino. He believe in slave ships, Santa, and a globe earth. Who is this? Who is this? Hey, who is this? Hey, who is this? Who is Blacklight CLE, bro? He believe in slave ships, Santa, and a globe. Man, who is that nigga, man? That nigga that sounds pseudo as hell.
Matt right now.
And niggas say Taz take the belt in to buy swooshes. Yo, these niggas
Okay.
is crazy.
All right. You mentioned politics and you mentioned left wing. How far left are you? Are you a progressive? Are you moderate? Where you stand politically exactly?
So I wouldn't call myself a progressive. I like certain progressives, right? I like certain progressive rhetoric, and I like certain former progressive thought leaders. But I would say I lean like I'm a market socialist, and so I think I'm a little bit more to the left than a progressive. But I can't co-sign the communists and the anarchists like that. I be having back and forth. Them boys is crazy.
What's some of your issues with anarchy?
So right there again, I'm trying to set shit up. I'm trying to set little traps, but I also am trying to get out my point. You know what I mean? But I understand what Ogun is saying. Don't tell them niggas you left wing. Don't tell them none of that, right? Stick to the policies. I recognize that. I'm gonna take that approach. I'm gonna stick to the policies, but they gonna just over time they gonna recognize all my policies. They can't stand. They can't stand on the right side. You can't have them policies and be over there with the Republicans, because they gonna look at you like you're crazy. They don't even believe black people in America deserve citizenship, right? They think we should. To be conservative means that you're trying to conserve the whole social stuff, the social class shit, right? And trying to keep order and shit like that. So yeah, I agree with Ogun. I'ma stick specifically to policy, right? But I was trying to drop little traps last night. Now I know niggas don't like Democrats over there. I know niggas don't like the left. So I was trying to get into some immediate smoke. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like I gave a nigga too much already, hey, you know what I'm saying? But I feel it though. I feel it. I'm gonna keep everything close to the hip, so to speak. And we're gonna focus on the policies, right? We're gonna focus on the policies, right? But I do fuck with the idea or the concept of civic nationalism. I do fuck with the concept of market socialism, right? That's why when Adi was doing all that bullshit about the 14th Amendment and saying niggas don't need the 14th Amendment, I said absolutely we do. What are you looking for? Mommy said she got them in here. Look. Here, who's looking for them? They over here, bro. First of all, take your cell phone. Gotta protect the little one. He came in here on his cell phone. Boy came in on the cell phone. He got his little bluey cell phone. That nigga's so funny. Yeah. We're gonna stick to the policies, gang. We're gonna stick to the policies. And then, like I said, once you get to speaking on certain policies, it's like, well, that can't be a right wing policy because nobody over there is gonna support that, right? And like, yeah, I'm gonna start asking niggas if they pro reparations. I'm gonna have to incorporate that into my conversation points, for sure. Cause the way they was asking them questions last night, it was either they don't feel like niggas deserve them or they don't feel like niggas is gonna get them. That's how I heard. That's what I heard last night. So I feel like it's gonna be good conversations over there. I just gotta stay swift and I gotta load up the clip, right? Because I'm used to dealing with Aboriginals, so you can kind of be lazy and lackadaisical. You kind of just get the job done. You kind of strong arm them niggas, even if you out of position and shit like that. So right with these niggas, I'm gonna have to be technically sound, right? I'm gonna have to stick to the procedures and the policies, and I'm gonna have to play the crowd because Taz got the streets right now. So I gotta do what I gotta do. I see a pathway that I can get it done though. I definitely see a pathway where I can get it done. And it's just gonna, like, this whole situation, this gonna bring up so much hate. Like, this gonna bring the hate out of all these little weirdos, right? Even like I was peeping Dosey hating already. Like, Dosey said psychopathies is, if I go over there and have a debate, it's gonna be 10 people in the chat. Well, this was the interrogation last night. And it was 64 people in the chat last night for the interrogation, right? Psycho got 64 people just for an interview for somebody that they don't even know for the debate league. The debates, it's going to be 80 to 100 people in that bit every time. So Dosey is trying to convince people that they're better off debating in the Aboriginal debate leagues amongst Aboriginals who don't know how to have real discourse, as if somehow that's going to convince me and convince other people who see the debate league now and understand the parameters and how it works. Niggas don't act like, oh, don't nobody need to go over there. We should stay up here. And I'm hearing the narrative that as long as you are anti-Aboriginal, they let you in over there. That's not true, first of all. And number two, that shows that this is a clique of Aborigines. Every nigga who feel like it's all circled around Aboriginals and Pan-Africans, they're Aboriginal. And they're not cognitively aware enough to realize that we play on that they feel like we're embedded in that conversation as well. The first time that shit started taking place, like almost 3 years ago, niggas told them back then, bro, why do y'all set up a Pan-African, Aboriginal? Like, what the fuck? You don't even know if a nigga is Pan-African or not. That's how niggas start the conversation, right? Then it develops to, well, fuck it, since you disrespecting Africa, and I do like to work with Africans, I'm a Pan-African sympathizer, nigga, let me fight you, right? But it never really gets established, or nothing really gets lined up, because these niggas, they playing into that whole sphere, that whole conversation point, topic point shit, right? So then when we see that as the framework for an Aboriginal thought process, they equate everybody who believes in African descent to be a Pan-African. Then when I hear you say you're a Pan-African, and the only thing I've ever said was I descend from Africans, I know you're an Aboriginal because that thinking, that methodology, or that ideological thought process comes out of the school of thought of Aboriginals. So then we start calling you Aboriginal from that point forward. Then you playing into the narrative even more by feeling like Psycho's Debate League is anti-Aboriginal. They only want to let people in who is anti-Abo. I bet if V-Note go over there, V-Note is going to get voted into the league as long as V-Note can pivot on enough topic points. They don't want one-trick ponies, so to speak, but they let them do that. Well, Goose said a lot of these guys over there isn't Pan-African. They aren't even pro-black. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of the people over there, it's a diverse crowd. You know, it's a diverse crowd over there. So me going over there having a conversation, all my talking points aren't gonna line up with everybody over there. It's gonna be smoke. It's gonna be smoke, most certainly. So I think if Vino went over there and had an interrogation room, they'll let Vino in, cause he got the motivation for it. I think I think they'll let Black Ice in, but Black Ice isn't anti-Abo. He over there with them niggas right now. Well, let me think of Aboriginals they'll let pretty much all of Aboriginals. They'll let Dosey in the debate league if she do an interrogation room. They'll let Al Power in the debate league if he do an interrogation room. They'll let Cosmo Cal. They'll definitely let that nigga in the debate. Cosmo Cal need to bring his ass over. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start pressing Cosmo. Cosmo need to take his ass over there. I want my fade over there on that channel with Cosmo, right? Cosmo need to go over there. He's an Aboriginal. They'll let him in the debate league. I can name off 10 other Aboriginals who could get into that debate league. So anybody pushing the narrative that you can only get in over there if you're anti-Aboriginal, they're just afraid to go over there and really put their hat in the ring to get knocked out. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But we see through all of that. So that's why I don't trip. Like, I can promote, okay, I'm finna go over here, I'm finna have this little debate over here in this debate league, and then a nigga can't push me off the pivot. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas can't push me off the pivot. I want to have these conversations amongst people that I've identified that I have disagreeable positions with, right? You see what I'm saying? If I got a disagreeable position with a nigga, and I've identified it, nigga, I'm going where I can have that conversation. Right? I got blocked up out of the chat. I got blocked up out of the chat fucking 2 live streams ago. Right? Before my goddamn before my interrogation. Hold on. These motherfucking extra. I got like some extra flyaways that been recently growing in. I got like 5 new dreads that just came in the front of my. I'm gonna have to combine them bitches to the other ones. So they been flying all in the nigga eye and shit. I got move this around. I got a lot of new growth. That's what happens when you don't play with your scalp all the fucking time. Niggas get their shit retwisted 1,000,000 times, then wonder why they shit start to. Never mind. Never your mind. But yeah, I think there's plenty of Aboriginals who could go over there, get into the debate league, and get their little 2 cents off, right? They got Lance over there. Lance is a flat earth Aboriginal. That nigga Lance is a flat earth Aboriginal. Or a pyramid earth Aboriginal. So come on, man. Yeah, I agree, Kelly. I be tapping in with the I Show Speed streams too. I be tapping in with speed too. Niggas gonna try to twist the narrative on speed though. Niggas gonna try to twist the narrative on speed. Let me get back to this clip though.
So anarchy to me, I think I don't have so much of an issue with anarchy. I just think a lot of the anarchists that I meet, they're low-key decelerationist who are pussyfooting and don't really want to participate in the deceleration. You know what I'm saying? But anarchy to me, I don't think that it's it's a positive route because it leaves too many variables unmanaged, in my opinion.
Okay, all right. And you said you lean towards socialism, but not communism. Why not communism?
Why not communism? Well, honestly, just because everybody that I've come in contact, well, one, I don't know any communist government that has been replicated, or that it's really just a thought right now. And the only people that I hear espousing the thought, I'm categorizing as pretty crazy, right? They a lot of them, they're espousing authoritarian type shit. So it's like, I agree with collectivism, you know what I mean? I agree with co-ops, but markets are not all bad. What we need to get rid of is these social classes, and we need to get rid of billionaires. But that's why I can't go all the way to communism, and that's why I say I'm a market socialist, and I with no means of trying to use the market socialism to ease into communism. I believe that markets are a good thing and that they're beneficial for the people and for innovation. And I don't think the state needs to control it. I don't believe in a welfare state, but I do believe in collectivism, and I do believe in economic equality and things in that vein.
Okay, all right. So what's your opinion about the LBGT community and its affiliations with progressives? And you said you're a little bit more left than progressive, but you said you identify somewhat with them. What's your opinion about the LBGT?
I feel like they spending the most money right now. So, you know, I'm disappointed in the routes that they're going because I don't co-sign, 83% of the shit that they be pushing. But I do believe in freedom of expression to a certain extent. But like I said, 83% of the shit that they be funding, I don't agree with. But that gets into my politics bag of how I feel like niggas aren't actively participating. We either vote or we don't vote, but niggas don't put up no money behind no candidate to try to push no policy and try to hold nobody's feet to the fire.
Do you feel like black people need to focus more on lobbyists?
I think until they reform the political system and get the money out, absolutely.
Okay, all right. So what's your opinion on feminism?
It's a positive movement that has been co-opted. I think feminism was necessary for all women. It was really necessary for the white women because we see how they doing. They trying to put them. They trying to put them back under the boot right now. You feel me? They on that trad wife tip. They on a whole. They speaking a real different coded language right now. So I understand she had to shoot all her shots. So she had to recruit who she had to recruit. But it also helped black women as well. I'm not gonna sit up and play like it did not benefit my mom and my granny and all of that. But right now in this current form and this current framework and what it was set out to do, no, I can't co-sign everything about it. But it is positive for black women. I would put it in the net positive category.
Okay, all right. So we got another hot topic that's been going around lately, and that's immigration and this whole ICE movement that's happening right now and all the madness that's going on in Minnesota. What's your opinion on ICE and how they're currently handling things out there in immigration?
So my answer right there, I wish I would have got more into the details, but because I left room for them to be able to come in and argue with me later. Right? That, like I said, there was some points that I was leaving traps, but then there are some points I gotta close up my argument. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I left I left room for them to kind of ease their way in on certain angles, right? But I stand on what I said, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta clean it up a little bit because them niggas was coming in asking about lobbyists and different stuff like that. And I'm like, I just told niggas if I feel like niggas is only casting a vote or not casting a vote, they're not participating all the way around. Then when niggas get to talking about lobbyists, what are we talking about lobbyists for? You can't become a lobbyist, nigga, if you're not locked in to the elected officials in your region. You got to build networks. You got to build communities. So when niggas was giving me pushback about we're getting kept out of those conversations and stuff, if I would have sold it up in the beginning, it would have been less pushback on the back end. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can't get behind. For right now, I'm not a communist, right? I'm reserving my right in all of these understandings for me to grow as a person. But right now, I'm not into communism because it's too easily leaned into authoritarianism. And everybody I talk to that believes in communism, when you walk them down long enough, everything that they don't believe in, they want to ban and they want to control. So it's like I can't co-sign just flat out communism. But most people, when they take a market social perspective, it's usually a means to an end to get them to communism in like a gradual sense. Like we can't just drop capitalism and move slap to communism or slap to socialism. We have to have this mixed economy to merge things over. I don't think so. I think the mixed economy is actually the model that needs to be stood on, and it needs to be reformed and refined and shit like that. And I believe that a lot of the stuff that people label in the Americas as like socialist stuff, I believe it had a socialist principle, and now it's being ran by the state to effectively enrich the capitalists at the top, which to me it's got to be categorized under state capitalism, which is why I was trying to have that type of conversation last night, right? But I feel like if I would have sold up a little bit more of my answers, it wouldn't have been that much pushback on the back half of this.
Together.
So let me first say my opinion on ICE is that ICE needs to be abolished first and foremost. All that defund me shit, that's cute and all that, but let's take it back to the old school, nigga. We need to abolish ICE. Get them out of here. They didn't have them originally when the motherfucking Department of Homeland Security was created. So why do we need them now? It's a show of force. This is a Gestapo type show of force. This shit look like 1930s, 1940s. Imperialism is on the rise, and all this does, only thing ICE does is provide a show of force for the pseudo conquistador to get motivated to you know what I'm saying, to be bloodlust and all that goofy shit. Now when it comes to immigration, yeah, them immigrants is taking nigga jobs. Get their ass the fuck out the country. You know what I'm saying? You can come in a bit legally, but what we got to do is we need to go after the corporations. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't until certain corporates started tapping in with Trump where he started slowing down on picking up all them immigrants and scooping them up straight out the field. Right? We know about them little court cases and all that little shit where they kind of, you know what I'm saying, slow that little shit down. But this little show of force is to finesse and make it look like they still full force ahead with getting up out immigration. Man, these people playing mind games. This whole great replacement theory, they started that shit by pushing this immigration shit. But to a certain extent, the immigrants got to get the fuck up out of here, man. Niggas used to get temp jobs, right? Because my mama, she working in HR, right? And for the longest, we've been talking about she want to start her own temp agency because she very good at hiring blacks, and specific like she a black woman, so she like to hire black men. That's her main thing. Like, and she give certain niggas the benefit of the doubt behind others. Like I done heard her in her communication, like talking to niggas, like she'll get a nigga on the phone beforehand, like, hey, I shouldn't even be recommending you for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? She do that whole conversation with niggas. So like I seen my mama in action with her philosophy, and what I seen with the temp agency is that a lot of Spanish people are taking over the temp agency. And so all the people that's Spanish working in the temp agency, you call up that bit, you don't know no Spanish, you damn near out the door immediately. You just gotta, you better be like, you better have some talk game, your cologne better smell good and all that. Otherwise, they finna give it to Hector and Felicity. So that's just what I've been noticing in Florida. And
So right there, let me read the chat real quick. I'm gonna speed it up to they said another cliche machine. Look, the chat going up. A little collectivism and a little capitalism. Sure, you could say that. You could say that, fam. Why the chat going up on me though? That was crazy. Oh, it's the same nigga who said I believe in slave ships though. So yeah, she says, oh, this young man actually takes hard stances. Yeah, I don't mind taking hard stances. I think it makes for good content, right? It makes for good content. I'm not the one to kind of pussyfoot around my little shit. I want to say what I gotta say, but I do, like I said, I understand what Ogun said. I gotta stick strictly to the policies, right? And when I was saying that, when I'm saying temp agencies, niggas hear the word temp, and they act like I'm talking about a nigga going and working on the back of a trash truck. You do gotta realize, temp agencies are in every different sector, right? It's temp agencies to get a motherfucker to go work for the state, working in the fucking at the what you call it, for people that do insurance and shit like that. Like my girl worked for the state, and she initially got the job through my mama know a lady who got a temp agency, and the lady told her, hey, do X, Y, and Z. Bim, she got in the door, right? For a state job, got benefits, do all that. Contract expire, they write you a new contract. Or if it don't, or she reach back out, bam, we're gonna tap you in with TurboTax, boom, 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 and all that type of stuff. Like before we got this one, it was that one, right? And it's my mama, she been in that field. So when I was back there chasing jobs and stuff, whatever field I wanted to get into, my mama knew somebody who had a temp service or somebody who knew somebody who was hiring. And that's how the game go. So if I'm telling them for everything in Florida is like this, but in Jacksonville, nigga, when we come down to the apartment jobs, construction jobs, work from home, tech jobs like I just described, you know what I'm saying, insurance jobs, fucking landscaping, they're all advertising bilingual and English speakers. As soon as you get on the phone, based on your accent, and this has been the case since before Spanish became, based on your accent, you get the job. If you sound like a nigga and they don't want to hire a nigga, they're not going to bring you in. If you sound like a nigga and they're not trying to hire niggas, they're not going to bring you in. Now that the Spanish people have got in here, it's made it even a little bit more dynamic, because if the lady don't think that you cute, or if you ain't got no good smelling cologne or nothing like that, you definitely not finna get the job. They giving it to somebody who speaks Spanish. They're giving all the jobs to people who speak Spanish. As soon as a Spanish person get in the door, as soon as a Latino get in the door, they don't care if it's a black Cuban, if it's a Venezuelan. As long as that nigga can speak. I have seen a lot of black foreigners working with the Mexicans, shit like that, just because they speak Spanish in Florida. So that's why I got the position that I'm having. That's the position that I'm taking. And that's not just in Florida, because I travel, right? I see that. I know what's going on in Texas. I used to live in Texas. I used to live in California, right? I traveled a lot of places in this continental U.S. And that's what I see everywhere I go, right? But I can just get more information on where I'm at, because I've got more information kind of tied into the ground over here. But let me speed this up just a little bit.
I've been noticing it. Really, I can't act like the Trump regime started. You feel me? They've been coming in heavy, and them boys delivering all of the DoorDash. Start the count.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like I deliver, right? I do routes, right? Courier, last mile delivery, right? Last mile delivery, right? In the last mile game, they're all over the place. Amazon packages late. You gotta hurry up. They need to be dropped off. And guess who all at the warehouse now when I go pull up trying to get me another route? Hector and Miguel. And they be making it to the, they be slowing the process down because they literally can't speak English. They be having a nigga with the translator. He be talking to the phone, then giving it to the Migo so Migo can listen to the translation just to try to get the nigga, tell the nigga, hey, don't put the package in the mailbox. Set it on the front porch. Like, this is happening every day. So I'm giving a perspective of what I'm seeing and what I'm knowing. Nigga, I do last mile delivery. I do curry, nigga. And every time I go to the warehouse, it's full of Migo in them. And just 18 months ago when I was first getting started, it wasn't like that. It was hella niggas, hella whites, and some Spanish people. Now it's all Spanish people and a couple of niggas. Like, I'm just being honest.
Yeah. All right. So you're definitely anti-ICE and everything. So
And yeah, and I like how he espoused that. I'm not anti-immigration. I'm anti-illegal immigration and I'm anti-ICE. And I got no problem standing on that. Let me speed up just a little bit. Because like I said, I done watch the whole thing already.
Court, when you really study them niggas and you follow them all the way down to their track, you know what I'm saying? They act like they trying to preserve their race, so they trying to keep everything pure, but they really just mad because they, you know what I'm saying, whatever little reason.
Brother Polite.
Oh yeah, let me start from the top of this. So I like this segment right here.
A real one. I fuck with Malcolm.
Yeah, let me back it up. And let me read the chat too. I guess the chat been going on. I forgot. I just sped it up.
Eyes on that nigga. I don't know what he was on.
I said I was gonna speed it up and I rewinded it all the way back. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Queen and Zinga.
Yeah, this is where it started from. So he started asking. I'm gonna let him do it. But let me read the chat real quick. And he said we smoking on an ice pack tonight. All right, let me get into the chat. Let me see what the chat said. All right. So, this young man, yeah, that's where we left off at. So Kelly Green was in. Like I said, shout out to Kelly Green for coming through. Our temps never give out area temps never give out jobs. The jobs are for people who work there. That's the job. Oh my God, come on, fam. You sound kind of pseudo. Arabs got Dash on lockout here. I don't eat ice cream no more, nor do I drink iced tea. But I still like Ice Spice. Can't lie. This nigga here, the back ugly, man. Back this ugly as fuck. That nigga said, but I do like Ice Spice, though. I can't lie. Nigga crazy. Then Blue said he smell an apple. I'm like, what? Nigga, ain't no way you smell an apple. You must be in the chat. You must smell the chat. Look, this nigga say, I think I can work out an ICE debate and one on integration. See? That's what I'm saying. I think we can line up real fades. Like, if the high priest Acosta, high priestess Akasha, she says, I think I can work out an ICE debate and one on integration. You feel me? You got to give them little things so that they can take the bait. You feel me? So, I'm ready to have an integration conversation. I don't mind it. I think that it's past due over here on this side of town. I feel like it's past due on this side of town. But yeah, that nigga Blue called me an elbow, man. I said, damn, that nigga Blue hard. Pause. I said, Blue, I'm told he beats up elbows. Yeah, that's what I do. I beat them up so bad, they got me blocked out their chat and made a public. I beat these niggas up so bad, these niggas made a public service announcement that I could not come back around on their platform after I already told niggas on my channel I'm not going over there. I said, bro, them niggas boring. Them niggas be running. I ain't going over there no more. They scared to have real conversations. A week later, they came out and said I can't come back. Nigga, I already said I'm not coming. So it's like, come on, gang. I done beat their ass so much, it's starting to feel like bullying. So I just let it go. You know what I'm saying? It blew you the elbow. To the person that just visited the website, thanks for the submission. We'll be in touch. See? So my interrogation room motivated somebody to be like, you know what, man, I can do that shit. He was like, yeah, I can do that shit. So they jumped right in there, man. They jumped right in there. So yeah, shout out to that person who went to the interrogation room last night and tried to get them a fade. That nigga said, man, Lucky up that bitch, man. I want to argue with Lucky. Nigga, that's what that was. Or a nigga seen the smoke and said, oh damn, it's smoky in here, nigga. I can get some real smoke in here. I want to see V-Note over there, I ain't gonna lie. Look at Blue. That nigga said, if you arguing with elbows, you an elbow after a while. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Blue. I won't even contest you on that. This shit start to rub off. It's unconsciously rub off on you, right? You do got to cut ties with an idiot after a long time talking to them because their thought process start to seep into your subconscious, right? But I'm not no elbow, bro. You got to stop, Blue. Then so Psycho asked me, man, matter of fact, let me back up. Psycho asked me the three biggest problems with the black, with the three biggest things that happen to the black community. What he said?
Instead of arguing with them lames, but you know,
I gave some good answers on that question. I don't feel like looking for the question. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. He asked me like, what's the three biggest things that held back the black community or were detriment to the black community? So I said Prince Henry the Navigator's exploration of the continent of Africa, right, which kicked off the whole transatlantic slave trade. Then I said the Reconstruction era violence that stopped blacks from going and participating in politics, that ran niggas off their land and all that type of stuff is the second. And I said the third would be the war on drugs. Those, to me, unquestionably, them is the three worst things that could happen to the black people in America, right? But this person said 13th Amendment, 14th Amendment, and 15th Reconstruction and Jim Crow. So I don't know what this guy, I don't know who this Black Ice dude is or Black Light dude is. I don't know who this dude is. He said a lot of crazy stuff though.
2025.
You say September 10th?
2025. Yes.
Where was I at?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was in the city. Most likely was working. What is that date? Or was that the date that Charlie Kirk died?
Yeah, that's the day Charlie
Matter
Kirk.
of fact, I was live. So, oh, this is so funny, Psych. On that day, I had just started taking YouTube. Well, it was like probably like 5 days before that I started taking YouTube serious. I started trying to go live. But my whole thing was, I'm gonna cover Nick Fuentes versus Charlie Kirk. I'm gonna cover the radical white boys versus the fake middle white boys. And as soon as I started covering it, he got popped. I'm talking about like the same week. I did like 3 videos, and then they got popped. And then they said I was clout chasing because that nigga name was in my titles and shit like that.
Yeah, so what's your opinion about Charlie Kirk and the whole Turning Point movement?
I think the Turning Point movement is a Judo-Christian Zionist front to usher in a new crusade. I think them folks on straight bullshit. I think Erica Kirk looks weird as hell with that eyeliner around her blue eyes telling folks stop. Looking dedicated as hell in the camera. And I feel like Charlie Kirk was a bigoted loser who got picked by some donors and turned him up at 18 years old to this person that he is today. He could be very well. Steven Crowder could have did the same thing he done. They picked that boy. So that's how I feel.
Okay. All right. So let me see. Let me do a little bit name association with you. You tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when I say these names. Tell me what you think about them. All right. So we can start off with let's start with Queen Zinga. What you know about her? Queen Zinga?
Queen and Zinga?
Mm-hmm.
I would say misinformed.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's go up to Harriet Tubman.
Powerful.
Okay. All right. Frederick Douglass.
I gotta keep my eyes on that nigga. I don't know what he was on. I'm gonna say I don't know what you on, my boy. That's it.
Elaborate a little bit.
Because like in his younger days, he felt more radical to me from what I'm reading up on. Like I said, I spent a lot of time arguing with Aboriginals, so I wish I had more, and I'm getting into it now. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but from what I've been looking into from his lifestyle and from his politics, I fought with Frederick. That's my guy. But towards the end of his life, I'm trying to figure out what he doing. He going down there, he's spying on Haiti, he doing all the weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do off my research. I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. And the only reason why I say he's spying on Haiti because he was going down there and really trying to stand on American business. Like he was trying to push an American agenda from what I could see. But I might be wrong. I might be fresh in the game.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Ida B. Wells.
I got to do more research.
Okay.
Unlearned on Ida.
Okay. All right. Let's go Malcolm.
A real one. I fought with Malcolm. I used to, no cap, no homo. I used to fall asleep listening to Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? Like, not fall asleep like trying to, but like I used to be listening to a nigga and just fall asleep. And then my mama would come in and be like, nigga, turn the computer off.
Okay. That's what's up. MLK.
I fought with MLK too. MLK is a nigga who misunderstood. I feel like he a misunderstood nigga who was kind of, you know, a little wild. He a wild boy. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. All right. Al Sharpton.
Tell that nigga a straight coon. Rat. Rat. Yeah, let me drop the coon. We gonna say rat.
You feel me? I had to drop the coon, nigga. Rat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Rat. What's up? What they do? My boy FBA quit saying we got Augusta, Georgia in the building. What they do, fam? Yeah, big up MLK, man. That's why I let them folks know. I think my dog was just misunderstood, man. He was misunderstood.
Oh boy, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. All right. Al Sharpton.
Tell that nigga a straight coon. Rat. Rat. Yeah, let me drop the coon. We gonna say rat.
All right. Let's see. Michael Eric Dyson.
Michael Eric Dyson. I'd say corny.
All right. So let's go Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm mixed. I got mixed signals about that about Neil. I don't know if he just green or if he's the token. So I'm gonna just leave it there. Okay. All right. Let's go Angela Rock.
Angela Rock, I'm not as learned as I need to be.
Okay, that's fine. Candace Owens.
She need to get a new hairstyle. She'll look better if she had a new hairstyle. But that's all I got. That's my only opinion on Candace, man. She need a new hairstyle. Niggas might look at her and think she cute, man. I don't know. I ain't. That's all I can say.
All right. So let's see. Let's go Brother Polite.
A creep, a weirdo, and a pseudo.
Okay. Dr. Umar.
The Prince of Pan Scam.
All right. Let's see. Dr. Sabi.
I say Dr. Sabi is a good I say man, I fuck with Dr. Sabi, man. Dr. Sabi was one of my favorite pseudo conscious creators, man. Dr. Sabi, my nigga. Real shit.
I couldn't even help it, man. Hey, man, I don't know, bro. I had to be real, man. And for whatever reason, man, I cannot find it in my heart to disrespect Sabi or Dick Greg. Both them niggas hella pseudo, man, but I love them niggas, man. Sabi, Dick Gregory, man. Them niggas there, man. That was my nigga. Dick Gregory was another one of them niggas who my mama would come in that bed, I'd be asleep. She be like, son, what the hell is you watching? That nigga be sitting there drinking on that green smoothie. Ask nigga, huh? You hear me? Shout out to Dick Gregory, man. Them was my favorite niggas to listen to, man. I like the Dr. Sabi, man. A lot of his shit wasn't real, right? But for what he stood for, I respect it. You know what I mean? He caused a lot of spinoffs, though. It's a whole lot of niggas out here today pushing some pseudo ass Sabi information, right? Pseudo as fuck. Tell the nigga they can do all of this shit. All they gotta do is eat 3 pieces of ginger, nigga. They can see through the skies, right? But I just can't bring it in me to goddamn. I still fuck with Sabi, man. I guess it's just the inner pseudo in it, nigga. I don't know, man.
The Prince of Pan Scam.
All right. Let's see. Dr. Sabi.
I say Dr. Sabi is a good I say man, I fuck with Dr. Sabi, man. Dr. Sabi was one of my favorite pseudo conscious creators, man. Dr. Sabi, my nigga. Real shit.
All right. Francis Cress Wilson.
I fuck with Francis Cress Wilson for sure.
All right. Let's see. Noble Drew Ali.
Noble Drew Ali, I don't know nothing about, man. Listen, he was on Pass, man. I don't know what that boy was on.
All right, so let's see. What was I going to ask you next? Okay, what's your opinion about the Black Panthers?
Man, I like the Black Panthers a lot. I think in one of my disservices that one of the disservices that I did to myself arguing with these Aboriginals, I didn't tap in enough with the different variations of the Black Panther, like the different chapters. You know, I just went with the mainstream narrative and looked into those guys, and I did a disservice. You know what I mean? But I'm doing it now. But you know what I mean? I could be well more equipped.
Oh, okay. All right. So let me see. What's the other thing? Let's see. What's your opinion about that time in the 60s where you had the Black Power movement versus the more traditional civil rights movement when they was fighting for which direction Black people should go? What's your opinion about that time?
I think the climate is fairly similar to the climate today, but a lot of the stuff that we do is virtual now. And I feel like niggas should have been swifter, man. It was a lot of shit going on, but I feel like niggas could have been more militant. Niggas could have been swifter.
Okay. All right. So what's your opinion about Freemasonry, Freemasons like Prince Hall?
I don't got no beef with no Freemasonry. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like it's like some black Illuminati spookism at this point. I'm just waiting for somebody to bring me some facts.
Okay. All right. So do you believe white supremacy is a thing?
You said, do I think what white supremacy is a thing?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
My bad if I look like I'm just staring off into space. I'm over this bitch locked in. I just seen it. It just made a little. This last candlestick. It just made like a 90, 80 point move in like the last 3 minutes. So I got to keep telling me, what the fuck is this shit over here doing? But I usually don't trade on Friday, so I might not make a play. But just know, if anything like, man, what that nigga keep looking down for, man? Like, I'm locked in. I'm locked in right now. But I like this little conversation that I had last night. Let me read the chat real quick. I think we're about to get into the back and forth. As y'all can see, yeah, I think we're about to get into the back and forth. It's about to be a long period of back and forth. These folks are going in. My girl kept knocking on the glass door like, come on, bro, we gotta take a shower. He said, nice soundtrack. Check for being honest. The Black Lions. Damn, I forgot. Domo Palisade from Nebraska. I'm not from Nebraska. You gotta chill. I went to college out there. You gotta chill. Yo, you gotta chill. I went to college out there. Domo, I'm hearing good things up here. We may have another legit rookie. Okay, shout out to Angel, because she was showing me love last night. They have no secrets anymore. We know them. They not special. Being honest about not knowing no but Drew Ali. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't do too much. Damn, that bitch jumping up. See what I'm saying, bro? That bitch going crazy, bro. But I just can't. I'm not chasing it. Right? But damn, that bitch going in. We at the start of the second candlestick. The second candlestick just started. We 4 minutes into the candlestick. She already get. I know y'all lad can't see. That bitch already getting freaky. D. Damn. I like going into the day with a setup. If I don't have a setup, it's a day to lose. I already lost money earlier from not having a setup, seeing some shit going on. Nah, fuck that. I'm waiting on my setup. But man, boy, would I chase right now if I could, nigga? Let me see though. Damn, I want to chase that line. I ain't gonna chase it though. Chasing that shit earlier, I lost like $157, $137. I ain't chasing nothing today. Fuck that. I'm gonna let it go. I'll be back. I shouldn't even been in the game today.
What does white supremacy look like in your eyes?
White supremacy takes many forms. White supremacy, it can be a mentality. White supremacy can be an institution. But I mean, it obviously has to come from a thought first. And the thought for white supremacy is really anti-blackness. So it's really not even white supremacy, it's really anti-blackness at the core when you really study them niggas and you follow them all the way down to their track. You know what I'm saying? They act like they trying to preserve their little race, so they trying to keep everything pure, but they really just mad because they, you know what I'm saying, whatever little reason.
Okay. All right, let me ask you a couple more questions. Let's bring it back to Africa real quick. Do you believe that the original Egyptians were black people, or do you believe they were the North Africans that are there today?
You say black-skinned people, like, or the North Africans that are there today?
Do you believe the North Africans that are there today, do you believe they're the original Egyptians that built the pyramids?
I don't think that they have the original genotype of the Egyptians, not at all. But I think that some of them that have that phenotype that you talking about from today, I feel like, yeah, they got the ancestry that dictates that they got some type of they go back to the ancient northeastern hunter-gatherers of that region. But the northwestern hunter-gatherers of that region is gonna be related to all the hunter-gatherers. It's not gonna just be, you know, they're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be genetically similar to the West African, just like they genetically similar to the Khan. I mean, to the Sun. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you believe the people that built the pyramids were black people?
I'm not too familiar with the dynasty periods, but I do know the original people of that region of Northeast Africa are black Negroes, and then, you know what I'm saying, just based off genetics. But I can't say who built the pyramids. No, I never tapped in with Egypt. I just feel like that one connected to my DNA.
Okay. All right. And do you think the original Moors that came and conquered North Africa initially, do you think those were black people, or do you think those were the same people that reside in Morocco today?
No, I think that they were. This is the you say the Moors that came in. What I want to say they're Persians. Them would be Persians like Baghdad, Yemen, all that region. So I don't think they would be the same as a continental East African. I think they would definitely be genetically similar just due to the fact that they've been separated for at least 10, 20,000 years. So I think they would be different.
Yeah, they definitely would be different. Let me. I'm gonna get to the back and forth now. I'm just low key. This setup looks the same. See, I built the box. Look, I'm not like, bro. Like, so I got the box up here, right? I built the box from yesterday. So it shot down the box here. I made some money off that candlestick that dropped down. It was two candlesticks that went crazy yesterday. As I'm looking at this same setup for the day, I didn't draw the box, but it looks very similar, man. It looks fairly similar. You know what I'm saying? The setup looks fairly similar. I don't know if we're expecting a heavy move to the downside before the market closes today. It looks like so. It looks like it's already taken off. So if, I think I probably could have seen that. I just didn't see. I didn't like the setup. I felt like we was in a consolidation zone. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, that shit do kind of look like what it was doing yesterday. But we'll see how it play out. Either way. I'm just gonna put this for the psyche so I can pattern recognize. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too pressured. I am disappointed though, cause I'm looking at it. It's like, when I went live, the Nasdaq was at 25,850, and right now she's at 25,705. So she's down almost 100 points or over 100 points. She candle wick down to 697. So, you know what I mean? It went down some points where I could have collected on them points. But I like moves that are like 500 to 600 point moves so I can catch 80. If the movement that is 500 to 600, 700 points, I feel fairly confident being able to snipe 800, snipe 80, being able to snipe 70 points, being able to snipe 150 points, rather than seeing a 100-point move and trying to be precise and get that whole 100, a swipe 50. You know what I'm saying? So, but if this move that I'm looking at turns out to be a 600-point move, I would be a little disappointed. But again, I'm just gonna put this into my psyche and write it down as well too. I'll write it down. Like you said, Moors were definitely black people, but at the time the racial constructs didn't exist yet. Yeah, Moors to me is a dynamic conversation because we're dealing with Islam, right? We're dealing with Islam. So when we're dealing with Islam, we're gonna be dealing with present day Baghdad. We're gonna be dealing with Yemen. We're gonna be dealing with Somaliland, present day. We're gonna be dealing with probably Egypt. We're gonna be dealing with pretty much the Maghreb in general. And the genetic legacy of the Maghreb has been in question for so long. But if I just go back on the genetic legacy and we just deal with strictly the genetics and even off the phylogenetic tree, them is the North African, the original North African, the Aboriginal North African, or the North African hunter gatherer is black. They're no different than the San people. They're no different than the Angolan hunter gatherers. They're no different than the West African hunter gathering Cameroonian AOOs that they found in Sri Lanka. This was the ancient profile of the African hunter gatherer, and then the pastoralists had that same profile before they came in contact with people that came from Baghdad with the back migration. They came from Yemen with the back migration, and these back migrations been taking place for so long that some pockets they've been mixing for 5,000 years. Some pockets They didn't start mixing till after the Greeks got there. Some pockets they didn't mix until the spread of Islam. When you got Syrians, Persians, Turks, all these different groups making their way into black spaces. You know what I'm saying? So the Moors, to me, is a multiracial ethnic group because it consists of everybody in that region who was practicing Islam and they was loyal to the caliphate. But there is no such thing as a Moorish empire, though. Let me see.
For people, you see what I'm saying? So that I feel like.
Who is this nigga? Who is this nigga in the chat, bro? That nigga said, learn Egypt. You can't skip steps to consciousness. Bro, what's up with y'all niggas, bro? Bro, what's up with y'all niggas, bro? So now a nigga can't be conscious unless I venerate Egypt? I gotta put Egypt on a pedestal. Egypt gotta be my pinnacle for civilization for me to be conscious. See, you gotta be trolling, fam. Cause you the nigga who upholding this narrative about hoteps and about black conscious niggas is that in order to be conscious, you gotta love Egypt. Nigga, I don't care about Egypt, bro. I swear to you on everything I love. I don't even pay attention to those conversations. Anytime somebody's talking about the genetic legacy of the people from Egypt, I tune out. I could care less, bro. Them is not my peoples. Even still, I got a DNA test. You know my shit came back 2% Egyptian. I still don't give a fuck. Nigga, I did a DNA test. My shit came back 2% Egyptian. Because I got some East African lineage, some Swahili East African lineage on my shit at 12% or 11%. So I'm assuming it came from over there because I'm dealing with the East Coast of Africa. But hell no, fam. I don't give a damn about that shit. Shout out to my ancestors though, nigga. You feel me? But let me speed this up.
Like that mix plus the mix of the islands and all of that mix that came in after, like, you know, the Greek period and the Roman period and all that little shit that created what we see today.
Okay.
But you don't remember what they look like. But you bought the bottle of beer definitely at 12:15.
Yeah, it was 12:15 exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was.
Now you see something. Now you see now. You done fucked up. You know that, don't you?
See what I'm saying? I thought.
No, so you know what I'm saying that you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you? No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you? No, you done fucked up.
All right, family, there you go. Links out there for the debaters. And yeah, while we waiting for the debaters to come up, let me see. Was there, let's see, let me ask. We got, okay, I was going to ask you, oh, we already asked you that. What's your opinion about pantheism? You got an opinion about pantheism?
Can you explain it? Explain pantheism for me.
Pantheism is when people believe that the universe is God.
Already. What's good, brother? How you going?
What's up with you, fam? Salute.
You got a salute. All right, so yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you playing?
Bad. So you had a concern about immigrants that I want to discuss with you. I mean, just to cut the fact, you said immigrants were taking our jobs.
Most definitely.
And what jobs are those?
So I can give you 3 out the rip. So any temp agency that's doing something for construction cleanup or construction work or maintenance technicians, like working at like, you know what I'm saying, apartment clean outs, trash outs, like, you know what I'm saying, getting the apartment ready for somebody to move in. All them jobs is being filled by people from Nicaragua, Venezuela, Guatemala, and all that, because they working at the temp agencies, they getting them bilinguals in only. And on another level, in the logistics world, Migo and them and the red dot taking over the trucking game and the sprinter van game. I had to go local. So the legals, the Migos
Okay.
got.
So what do you mean by our jobs? Because those aren't our jobs. Those are just jobs.
Okay, when I say our jobs, okay, maybe you should have clarified that. When I say our jobs, I'm talking about jobs that Black Americans work in a good number. Like I know a lot of niggas who didn't make it in football, and that's what these is the routes they chose. And now it's a bunch of immigrants working in those routes.
So they're unemployed.
No, they still working, but it's less of them in the
So what
market. They ain't working, they went the other way with it.
So you're saying Mexicans are taking Black people jobs, sir?
Most definitely.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. What you're doing is echoing the mentality of a cracker who feels that Mexicans will come into this country and start businesses. They're not worried about them taking their jobs. When they say they're taking our jobs, they don't mean temp agencies, brother. They mean our jobs are as CEOs, business owners, like they're doing. Like, where you from? Florida?
Yeah, I'm talking about the lame. I'm from Jacksonville.
Okay, bet. And like, do you know any Mexicans?
Man, I know several Mexicans.
You know several Mexicans. They ain't cool.
Listen to me. Let me tell you this, bro. It's a side of town, right? They used to be all black. When ICE came, ICE went straight to this side of town because everybody already know that's where all them at. They just go over there on Powers Avenue and just ride up and down Powers and University, and they're gonna catch what they need to catch.
Okay, bet. That's cool.
They used to be all Negro.
So what are they doing? You seen Mexicans come in the neighborhoods like and fix up homes and shit like that, right?
Not fix up homes. No, I ain't seen fix up homes. What I see them doing.
Well, I'm from Indiana. Around here, like they redoing a lot of abandoned houses that we tore when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? Like Black folks have torn up the communities, and then it's like now here go the Mexicans fixing them up, and they also providing jobs for Blacks if you get that relationship with them. It's not popular now, but being in proximity.
Where you at?
Yeah. Being in proximity.
Oh, well, nah, that ain't the politics where I'm at. I'm telling you that down
what's
here,
your relationship
they only hire down here. Spanish people only hire people that speak Spanish. They'll play like they cool, even on the like on the underhand tip, like they'll tell you they got some gas. That's about it.
Oh, straight up. That's all you talk to people about is gas.
No, I'm saying they not trying to put nobody. No, none of my homies that I know is working for a Migo contractor. When Migo contract, he got all Migos with him, and they bringing a lady who come through when she's serving them food at lunchtime.
Okay,
they ain't got no niggas with them.
Okay, bet. But you see that they doing something right. Like they making a bid. They got a real business and they employing people, right?
Yeah, and they probably taking a little bit less. They probably taking a little bit less than a nigga. I'm just saying they're probably taking a little bit less than a nigga who is taking the same job. So they gonna pay Migo because they ain't tripping by paying Migo, but they gonna get you disgruntled and out the way and try to create this replacement.
So where's the black? Where's the black? So where's the black temp agencies?
Where's the black?
Why don't you go to a black temp?
So I gotta figure out these niggas got some powerful microphones, man. Or maybe when I be on stream, I don't know what it is. I don't know what I be doing. I click my noise cancellation, right? And I feel like every time them niggas be talking and I start talking, my mic will mute out and let they shit go, and then it'll let me talk. Cause I be hearing myself, I sound crisp, but when somebody starts talking and I'm talking, my microphone will like quiet down. I don't understand that. So I'm gonna have to look that up and figure out why the hell my shit doing that. Cause these niggas, they just could talk and they could be heard at all time. I'm like, damn, nigga.
I promote them. But this conversation started from my mom. She work HR, so this really come from a background that I definitely know I'm tapped in with. So it's a lot of niggas who
I
in
said,
the
why
HR
don't you
game.
go to a black temp agency,
You
brother? I'm
can,
sorry.
right? But you're not listening to what I'm saying. In the area, they're being overran. This area is being overran with bilingual agencies. People are hiring bilinguals, and they
Yeah, I do. I agree with that. Ogun. He kept focusing on Mexican. I didn't catch it initially, but towards the back half of this conversation, I started to elaborate on it because I realized he's only talking about Mexican. He's the one that's speaking in um he's the one speaking in talking point languages. So if he's speaking in talking point, he's saying that to be anti-immigration is to be anti-Mexican and Mexicans taking your job. And I'm like, no, you're not listening. I'm anti-illegal immigration, and it's because of all the immigrants and not just Mexicans. We got Venezuelans, we got Nicaraguans. I end up saying all this stuff, but I did notice. It took me a minute to notice because I had some other extracurricular activities I was doing last night, so I wasn't all the way focused. I was trying to be laid back as much as I could. Like I said, I didn't want to go into an interrogation room kind of stuck up or kind of like nervous or nothing like that. So I just poured me a little cup, smoked my little paper J, and so they was able to kind of slip under the radar on certain things. It kind of took me maybe a minute or two to catch like, oh, this nigga playing the game. But I still feel like I held my own in answering the question.
trying to pay them more than somebody who working regular. So there you'll get first priority when it comes to regular entry level gigs off the dribble if you bilingual.
Okay, well, my thing is it's a competition, right? And as black people, especially black men, if we've been here all of these hundreds of years and got all of this pride about ourselves, and Mexicans can come in out of nowhere and do better than us, like we're not seriously competing. And I don't think that's I think that just puts stuff in perspective. I don't think that's a reason to turn against immigrants to say get them up out of here. Like real talk. Like you sounding like you're adopting the like it's always benefited us to deal with immigrants. Like it's not a threat if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But if you just sitting around waiting on temp agencies to hire your ass, like you might fall into that grass of the people that start those. So nah. I don't
get that perspective, but I'm not saying I'm against all immigration. I say I'm against illegal immigration because it's messing up the jobs. Plenty of them can come over and do what they need to do, but now they overly ran and they ain't accounting for it and they ain't got to be paid a wage that's gonna be taxed and all this type of stuff is messing up the game. This is what I'm saying to you.
Okay, so are Mexicans the only illegal immigration?
I think you focused on Mexicans. I named multiple ethnicities. You see what I'm saying?
Understood. Are you worried about any of the illegal European immigrants?
Most definitely. I mentioned a red dot, but a lot of the white people too illegal. Everybody in the Trump administration is done their first generation. I know folks who got a motherfucking accent and they work in Congress. So yeah, of course.
Okay, and so but you consider yourself black?
Most definitely.
Most definitely. And you think like as a whole, our argument should be, and I'm asking you as a whole, our argument should be against illegal immigration.
Absolutely, 110%.
Okay, could you just give me a brief summary why, bro? Is it just jobs, bro?
No, I fuck up the numbers on the political tip, right?
You talking about voting?
I'm not voting. It's about cachet or power, ability to be pandered to for the simple fact that we got the numbers or we got the ability to shut shit down. Absolutely, it fucks up the political aspect. Get them niggas out the way because they fucking up the numbers.
Illegal immigrants are voting.
Man, they fucking up the count. It ain't just it's not just about voting when I'm talking about politics.
Yeah, I wasn't even worried about. I'm not talking about voting. But I think he was trying to flesh out to see if I had some right wing narratives that I was displaying. I'm not at all, bro. I battle right wingers. I don't even support black people that's on the right wing, bro. So I can't echo them sentiments. You know what I'm saying? It's nuanced. My take is I wouldn't say it's very nuanced. I think I have a pretty sober take, right? I'm anti illegal immigration. If I say I'm a civic nationalist, right? That means citizenship is important to me. Simple and plain. If I fashion myself a civic nationalist, then in order for you to be a citizen, in order for you to be in this country, you're going to have to be a citizen. Or you're going to have to go on a work visa or something like that. Or you're going to be on a tourist visa and you're going to have to go after 60 days or 90 days or however long your visa expires. There's multiple levels of illegal immigration. There's people who came into the country illegally. And I feel like if you get caught committing a crime and you were not supposed to be here, that is immediate grounds for deportation. If you are caught and you're not supposed to be here, that's immediate grounds for deportation. That's just me though. And I feel like based on former administrations and the policies and the procedures, this administration is simply doing a show of force because they're not matching the sheer numbers that the other places did. Right? I can make that case in point. I just reposted Elon Musk saying something very similar. Right? If it ever loads up, I'll wait to load it up. I can talk about it while it's loading. Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk, which he's the wool is off. He's a complete neo-Nazi now. I mean, we knew that you come from South Africa, right? You come from South Africa, right? But and you did your little salute. You did your Hitler salute. So look at this. Look at what this idiot reposted from Tommy Robinson. Democrat or deportees versus protests. Clinton, 2.5 million people were deported in his administration. Protests, 0. The Bush administration, 10 million were deported. Protests, 0. Obama administration, 5.2, 0. Biden, 7, 0. Trump, 1.2. Look at his numbers. Biden was only in office for 4 years. Why does Biden have 7 million deportees underneath his belt and Trump got 1.2? First of all, it's a show of force. They're not really trying to do what they're claiming they're trying to do. Right? They ripping up the Constitution in our face, but they playing on niggas' heartstrings and white people heartstrings with this immigration conversation, which is how they was able to run on mass deportation. They're not mass deportating shit. They're doing aggressive shows of force and ripping up the Constitution and turning this into a surveillance police state. That's why he's got protests, because you taking people without due process. You doing all this shit that none of these other administrations did. So the psyop is Elon Musk. They let you buy Twitter before you can propagate bullshit in the next election, fam. You're the biggest psyop. You and Clay Travis. Look at Clay Travis, dumbass. I ain't even gonna get into Clay Travis right now. Let's get back to the interrogation before I crash out. Because Clay Travis is a fucking bozo.
They're fucking up what count?
A lot of shit they get. We passing bills.
Now what count are they? What count are
they? They just had. You say you in Illinois. They were just complaining about having illegals getting paid. Not only was they getting EBT, but they was staying in hotels and
now
they was getting
about EBT in hotels.
Listen what I'm saying. Hold up, listen to what I'm saying to you, bro. They getting a stipend, EBT, and they stayed laid up in a hotel and they working a good job. Right? That's government assistance out the ass. But you talking about they not paying and they not voting. No, I'm not talking about voting. I'm talking about the whole political system, gang. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I'm taking.
Yeah, so my microphone went out last. So yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on. It's a good thing I be watching these playbacks, right? I'm gonna figure out the noise cancellation situation with my microphone before the next time I get on the live stream. So a nigga will not be talking while I'm talking and I cannot be heard. That's not gonna keep happening. And then I was in the backyard, but I didn't have the Ethernet cord plugged up. It was getting late. So I had to literally take my PC. Good thing it's a miniature one. I could put it in the camera, but good thing it's a motherfucking mini PC, nigga. I was able to take that bitch and move it around. You see what I'm saying? So I took that bit to the backyard. And so I guess I was kind of losing a little signal. Somebody about to get passed around like a hook. Okay. All right. FBA is the feds. He said I'm going to get passed around like a hook. If I could have just got my microphone better, I really would have stomped all them boys out last night. But it was a good conversation. They was able to get their little points off. I had to wait and be patient. And you know what I'm saying? Be humble. Man, boy, if I had a good mic, though, I could have got a couple more jokes off. See, they look, I wasn't able to get into my joke bag. And I would have had them boys like, damn, they don't. Just wait. I'm going to get my mic right, nigga. Let me get my mic game right, nigga.
Take care of my business. I'm not even on the job market.
I mean, I'm saying me too. I'm talking about black people as a whole. I'm just voicing that way.
I mean, I'm not even mad at you with that opinion, but I don't agree with that opinion. Okay. I would argue other stances, like a couple of them I just mentioned, and then I'll have to go into examples of blacks that's doing perfectly fine and running like the industries that I'm talking about that's niggas is in, like the trucking game and shit like that.
Okay, understood. But your argument isn't against legal immigration, even though that's who's providing the businesses and who's getting the jobs.
If you think the illegals is coming over here and getting a job, you must ain't pulled up the 7-Eleven or a Home Depot at 6 a.m. last year.
Yeah, I don't agree with none of that. I don't agree with that at all. They hire illegals. Bro, illegals is getting paid every day. That's why I made the comment about the Trump administration halting those mass deportations off of farms because he got a phone call from a big business wig. You see what I'm saying?
You tripping, man. Like that's who they hiring. That's who they dropping.
Maybe niggas should go stand at Home Depot and show that they want to work.
That's what they dropping the Craigslist ads for and all that.
Okay, understood. Well, yeah, I'm interested in that conversation there. As far as the debate, should black people be worried about immigration on any level, illegal or legal?
Say that one more time, brother. My fault.
Should black people? What should our relationship be with immigrants, basically? Like, should black people be against illegal or legal immigration?
No, I feel like we should embrace immigrants that are legal, that embrace us. We should form allyships where allyships are necessary.
What about
I don't have to embrace no Venezuelan who don't fuck with me. I don't got to embrace no Yugoslavian who don't fuck with me. Get their ass out of here.
Okay, understood. But what about the illegal ones? If they fuck with you?
If they fucking with me, man, we're gonna try to work Migo in the game, try to tell them get legal. Obviously, he fucking with us. We're gonna create that allyship and try to help him out. Man, I'm telling you that I got a problem with illegal immigration. But if they here and they allies, we're gonna tell them, hey man, Migo, you need to get your paperwork right.
So you only fuck with illegal or legal immigration of people that fuck with you.
So it's two levels to illegal immigration. If you coming in the country illegally, you gotta go.
I get that, but I'm saying it's not based on.
You gotta get your paperwork right.
But it's not based on if they illegal or legal. It's based on if y'all cool.
Yeah, it's not some game. No. It's not based off cool. Y'all almost snuck that in. That was Swift. No,
that's what
it's not that.
Yeah, he snuck that one in. That nigga, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Swab was getting Swift last night. He was trying to sneak a lot of little shit in. I say, bro, he just trying to sneak that in, bro. Like I wouldn't go catch that. That was smooth though, but no, that ain't what I said. I said very specifically, bro, I'm against coming into the country illegally. But if you are an ally, right? We want to help you get the citizenship the legal way so that you're not getting picked up and getting thrown in the back of a Home Depot or a U-Haul truck and being driven to the immigration. We want niggas that follow the law. So if I'm telling him, hey, yo, if I find out, if I see an ally, and I see he don't got his paperwork right, we're gonna try to get Nico paperwork right. Damn, what is it doing? Oh, that bitch placating to see what I'm saying? It really ain't going nowhere, man. That bitch really ain't went nowhere. I'm gonna just wait it out. I'm gonna keep it. It's gonna be tabs for the brain. So that's my position on it. It's not that I'm for any immigrant who's an ally with us. I'm for immigration the right way. But if you're not an ally, I don't want you here either. Immigrant or not. Nigga, if you against us, obviously if I had it up to me, anybody who's anti-black gotta go. If it was up to me, but it's not up to me. You know what I'm saying? But we just having a conversation, just shooting the shit.
So you only fuck with illegal or legal immigration of people that fuck with you.
So it's 2 levels to illegal immigration. If you coming in the country illegally, you gotta go.
I get that, but I'm saying it's not based on.
You gotta get your paperwork right.
But it's not based on if they illegal or legal. It's based on if y'all cool.
Yeah, it's not some game. No. It's not based off we cool. Y'all almost snuck that in. That was Swift. No,
yeah, that's what I'm
it's not that. No, it's not that if we cool or not. It's I just told you it's 2 different parameters to this illegal shit. If you came in, I don't care if you fuck with me. You gotta go. But if your paperwork is bad and you don't fuck with me, you still gotta go. You see what I'm saying? That's the only difference. But if your paperwork bad and you fucking with me, we're gonna try to get your paperwork right, Nico.
Okay, Junior. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'm interested in that conversation, bro, because I'm for illegal immigration and I'm willing to stand on that. Like, I think we should flood this bitch with illegal immigrants. Like, I don't give a fuck about the verbiage or jobs, none of that. Like, clearly, no. So I'm not going with none of that. I'm willing to stand on that if you want to stand across from that.
Okay, that's a bet.
I'll
be interested in hearing your perspective on that.
All right, for sure. Black Power. Shout out to the panel.
Peace to you, Swamp. Nick in the chat said, when I lived in Phoenix, there'll be 50 Mexicans on the corner with a truck. Pull up, they hop in. Nigga with a truck, pull up, nigga, they all get there, nigga. And everybody getting paid an unlivable wage, nigga. As long as they, and that's why I made the mention of they gonna hire them, right? Then they gonna send the Spanish lady with the food truck, and she gonna come through and feed them. And get them all sangrias and shit like that for when they finna get off. And them niggas will just they'll feed them, get them drunk, and pay them pennies. And let them niggas be sleeping in the house they building. It'll be 50 of them niggas. They'll be built like KB Homes or what's another one? KB Homes are like Toll Brothers, right? Toll Brothers they get a contract to go do like 400 houses, nigga, in St. Johns County. You go out there, me going them all out there. Nigga, they got mariachi music playing. They got sangria bottles everywhere. Nigga, they pouring concrete over the Modelo cans. You go in that bitch at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, nigga, they in there cooking, making fucking waffles and shit. In the house that they are building up's kitchen. Them niggas are sleeping that bit overnight. Man, they doing all types of shit, and they not worried about it because they got the approval of the motherfucker who gave them the contract. Nigga can't get on the job site early and use nobody's kitchen. Straight up.
Peace, God.
Go ahead, Blue. Fire, y'all was up here before us. I won't be rude.
Oh, y'all can go ahead. I ain't really hear his question, so I'm gonna have to ask some questions.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard him. I heard enough. Yeah, so let's start here. What do you think we should be voting?
What do I think we should be voting based on?
Yeah, what side what side should black people be voting? Or have we been voting on the wrong side?
I think we've been just voting. Voting is just casting a ballot. That's not what we should be doing. We should be participating in the political system. We shouldn't just be voting. That's where niggas got it fucked up. But niggas ain't got it all the way fucked up. We just
When you
recently
say
had it.
participating, give me an example of that, as opposed to just voting or casting a ballot.
Like lobbyists, like setting up super PACs, like doing stuff like
The Black Caucus.
the Black Caucus is one. That's and to me that's hollowed out. So there's not just one thing that people are concerned on when it comes to the Israel camp. They worried about the ADL. They worried about a couple other things. They worried about private investors themselves. So the lobbying game or the money and politics game is dynamic, but it's the problem right now. Niggas ain't participating in the money pot, and they not really running their candidates locally. They just catching the drift off what's going on online or what's going on the TV.
Exactly.
So in places where Black people are the majority, are majority of the people in power Black?
I would say for the most part, yeah.
So when you say we're not doing a good job of participating, do we participate in a lot of the places that we at? Are we just outnumbered?
I think in the places that we participate in, we not outnumbered, we drop the ball. And I think that the places that we are outnumbered in, we can still get our point across. Just like the Chinese do, just like the red dot do, just like the Migos do. But niggas, I don't feel like it's really locked in. They feel like they could just pardon a nigga, or they feel like they could just throw a concert for Cardi B. Like that's all it is.
And so, just to be clear, how do you what do you think you need in order to like, let's say we want to control more lobbyists at a state level for Black people? What do you think you would need for that?
Great question.
So the first thing I say is you'll need a good ad campaign, because you're gonna have to you're gonna need the people. You're gonna need the people in that region specifically that's gonna be locked in and doing everything they can to determine what's going on in the local facilities, in the municipality and shit like that. They calling down, or they going down, they seeing it. Like we don't participate on no levels. We don't participate funding no levels. We don't try to get our interest heard at a clip on the promo level. Like,
yeah, but we got plenty of. But wouldn't you say that like, as far as the lobbyist part, that's something that's not really in our control, right?
What do you mean?
Like that's something we like. The issue with being a lobbyist is that we ain't getting the funding, and we ain't being recruited, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like you got to be you got to be invited into that circle. We just not invited into the circles, right?
So I don't take that position. I don't take that position.
What position in this country have Black people not been in?
I think that since the late 1800s, we have not been at a heavy number on the local level, and that's why niggas was allowed, or white people was allowed to rig our fucking communities up and have hoods set up right next to the mansions and shit, but they won't put the motherfucking trailer park next to the nice houses over there on their side.
But so you saying that Black people control that?
So he kind of moving the goalposts a lot. And again, like I said, I was a little under the influence last night, and I was kind of holding a little stuff back. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm being too broad, right? I'm saying that we're not participating at the clip necessary, right? Lobbyists is an example of that, and he's saying that we're not allowed in those rooms. I made the stance last night of that's cool, but let's let somebody take that stance after somebody participated and saying, hey, they closing all the doors, right? I don't see enough people that's saying that they try to become a lobbyist in their state or whatever. All that comes from having relations with the public in the area, having relationships with the parties in the area, whether it be the Democrat Party or the Republican Party in that area, developing those relationships, right? I don't think that niggas are kicked out. I think that for the most part, where we do got the numbers, we don't develop the groups necessary to go and make our voice be known in the places that we not impactful at. Right? That's how I feel. And I'm still growing in this conversation. But right now, at my vantage point, niggas are not actively participating. Niggas are passively participating. They might cast a vote here and there. They might support a candidate and express approval of the candidate. They might even give $100 to a donate to a campaign every now and then. But we don't have people holding these politicians' feet to the fire, calling down every day. We don't feel like the political system, we don't feel like it benefits us, so we just don't participate in it from my point of view. In my 29 years of life, that's what I've noticed, is that most time when I'm coming in conversations with, they all say the same thing. Oh, that shit don't mean nothing. Oh, that shit ain't gonna change nothing. So then when you peel back all the layers, you obviously aren't gonna have the numbers or the understanding to have the representation that you need to affect some type of change. Because niggas aren't producing. They don't have no manufacturing. They not advertising. They not paying no candidate to run no campaigns. They don't have no vested interest. And that's why people can come out and say, black people have been here since the 1776, and they are the least assimilated group. They're able to get that off when people have these vantage points that I'm coming in contact with, that I say is like sitting on your hands. It's a sit on your hand fallacy.
Man, I'm saying that if you go back and you look in the archives, no, some of it was a couple of tokens, but a lot of that shit was done.
Yeah, JoJo. Yeah, the panel is open. It's already open. So let me drop my Discord link. But if you go to the description of this video, the Discord link is already in there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a whole link up. Hold on. I got it. So anybody who wants to, this is an open panel. Anybody who wants to hop on, they gotta go through the Discord. It's a little bit easier on my computer, and I'm ready to incorporate it anyway. It's a little bit more, like I said, it's a little bit more smoother, and it's a little bit more dynamic. Like you can get on Discord from your phone. I can blow the Discord up, and you could be sharing your phone screen. Right? Niggas don't have to have a laptop. If they got a source, they can show the source from the phone screen. So that's why I appreciate Discord. Right? That's why I'm trying to promote Discord right now. But yeah, if you see right up there in the right hand corner, right above me, that's the panel right there. So if you jump in, I'll be able to see you. Let me read the chat from this video last night. Let me see what the chat said. B1 for life said, "Damn, with my vote, Lucky got 100." I think he talking about the votes last night. B1 100 against anything hot. What's that? What's Vino talking about against anything hot? Keep swerving against anything hot. Oh. Man, you know I was staying swift last night, Vino. Hey, Vyasa funny as hell. Vyasa funny as hell. He says there's a bunch of old buck and ugly dogs at my Home Depot. Shout out to Vyasa, man. Vyasa funny as hell. He said, I already said it to him. He appreciates his chat. Oh, so he talking about Taz, okay. B1 said I got the highest vote so far. That's what's up. So apparently, that's what's up. So they say over there I think I got 94% of the votes last night that said that they wanted to vote me in. And I guess that was a good percentage. So I appreciate, I appreciate the support from the chat. Even though they blocked me out the chat a couple of days before that, nigga, for my stances on on mixed children. I guess I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm planting a couple traps. You know what I'm saying? I think I got somebody on the line already for integration, but I ain't got no other victims yet. We're gonna see how it go. They say he won't cave on his experience. Yeah, I ain't gonna cave. I ain't definitely gonna cave. 1-0. Who's that 1-0? Is that 1-0 for me? I'm assuming it's me. Every time I see a one, anytime I see a number and a 0, I'm assuming the 0 is my opponent. I'm just gonna let it be known. They're gonna have to change for me. Look, nigga say just done. So they might thought my answer was dumb. I was kind of getting swift last night. I was trying my best not to give it all up. Pause. DJ Black Charm Music said homeboy came to be a threat. You can tell by his answers. Yeah. I was trying to give him something to gnaw on. Pause. Definitely pause. Yo, I'm saying some crazy shit right now. Hey, yo, some of these references, I'm like, relax, fam. You gotta chill. I'm gonna say Blue got some good angles. Yeah, I do see that. I do see Blue. Blue might be a little threat for a nigga. Blue and a non, right? Really, I got my eyes on everybody, man. I'm not taking nobody lightly. Akasha as well. I'm keeping my tabs on everybody. Only thing I'm taking light is Lance. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't worried about Lance. Any nigga who think that the earth is a pyramid and that niggas been in America, I ain't even worried about him. I can roll out the bed and beat him up. I can roll out the bed and knock him out. So, but all these other guys, listen, man. I'm be around for the long haul, man. This nigga Suave funny though. I did notice that. That nigga Suave funny. He be trying to get swift. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that nigga Suave, boy. Suave be getting swift, and that nigga Taz got the crowd. So I just gotta play my cards. Like Ogun say, stick to my policies. I'm finna light some shit up. I feel like I can light some shit up in this debate league. But I gotta stay locked in. I can't let nobody get underneath a nigga's skin. And I gotta have all my sources accounted for. But I got my arguments ready. I just ain't want to give up everything last night.
A lot of the shit was letter of the law, the way that they choreographed. Like even I can speak for my city, at least. The way that they consolidated it, they made it to where the numbers changed. It went from a majority black in the area to, okay, we're going to incorporate a whole bunch of these white folks. So now we got better say so. So it's a case by case basis on every situation. But it starts at the local level every time.
And it start where do for a local level, where do the funding start at?
From the people, from the corporations in the community that's doing good, from the businesses, the barbershops, the car washes, the lawn care services, the security companies, all of that.
That's their money though.
No, that's our money. We got people that's in them same businesses, that's running them same
No,
businesses.
wait.
You got
No,
chief cooks, we got all that.
that's those people who work in those businesses' money to take care of what they got to take care of. That's counting other people's pockets.
That's a part of the game. Everybody else who making money, who want to benefit off of it, they paying. So when Clavicular and the niggas come in playing Hell Hitler, they get them out of the way and say you can't.
No, that's a fact. Listen to what I'm saying. And then look, like I said, his mic was kind of overpowering mine, so I gotta say what I was saying. That's the game. That's niggas want to talk about reforming politics to get the money out. That's a separate conversation. But right now, the way that the politics is worked out, niggas cannot complain when they're not funding or putting nobody into the office or scratching nobody back in the city. So, and the example that I gave was, if anybody's tapped in with social media and Generation Z, right? There's some streamers: Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, Sneeko, Nick Fuentes, Women Propaganda, Clavicular, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate. All of these are like manosphere adjacent, right-wing podcast bros. They went to a nightclub in Miami and they played Hail Hitler by, formerly known as Kanye West, or as Cycle like to call him, Kanye. So what I'm saying is the moves, right? I'm gonna call them moves, the moves were able to get them banned from the nightclub, get the nightclub DJ fired, and get them banned from all of the businesses on that strip because of the politics in the city, right? The city is run by a Moo mayor. The mayor is Mooish, right? All of the businesses in that I don't know if they was in Windermere. I don't know where they was at in Miami, but a lot of those plazas, they're all owned by one person. Different plaza, like this plaza right here might be owned by some Russians. This plaza right here might be owned by some Moos. This plaza here might be owned by some white people, and they renting out to different people. And you might got this person here, this person here. That whole strip was in that area. All the nightclubs. That's why I think they was in the Windermere area or whatever. But that whole strip is controlled by Mooish people. So you down there, you playing on them people talk, right? And the power of the municipal region, they was able to get all y'all banned from going into any of them clubs, going into any of them restaurants on that strip, because the people that own that strip, they're not playing that, right? They got some type of vested interest into the community, right? Not only are they business owners in that place, they help get people elected. So when they call down and say, why in the fuck are y'all letting this establishment do this? They got to get the establishment on the phone and say, you got to fire somebody because I got in office because of these people. That's how the game work right now. And you upset that the game ain't working for you, but you not actively participating. You just saying that a nigga closing the door in your face. But you ain't, at least you could say, hey man, I paid this nigga. He was supposed to do X, Y, and Z. And that white boy closed the door in my face. We shouldn't be doing no lobbying because we lobbied to get a candidate in there and the candidate did the opposite of what we told him to do. We ain't even got none of them recent stories, right? The closest recent stories we got to them is, I guess, the AOCs, the Jasmine Crockett's, the Cory Bushes, the Cory Bookers, the Akeem Jeffries, all of them type people. So you just, because you don't like them, we don't got to do it no more. We ain't got to participate, or we ain't got to participate at the local level. We ain't got to get no council members in there. We don't got to use our own money to support candidates. That's what people doing. That's why we feel like that's our money. I worked hard for that. I got to pay taxes on that. I'm not giving it to nobody who's running no campaign. Well, if you're not giving it to nobody who's running the campaign, you can't get upset because he's helping out somebody who helped him out. That's the current political state right now. So until we get the money out of politics, get a whole bunch of reform, and figure out how this electoral college is going to help niggas while not hurting niggas without money being involved, I don't know. I mean, that we're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even thought that far ahead yet. So I don't really get his stance at this point right here on this.
Can't come back to Miami.
Let's start here. Before we get all the way down to local, let's start here. How is the state funded?
Man, I'm not into the weeds on that. I have to come back to you on that.
This the issue, bro. When you say it all starts local, but the funding that you gonna get in your local community really actually it really starts at the top. You got an issue there because you starting at the bottom, broke.
So you saying allocated tax dollars? That's my whole point. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. So, like I said, I didn't get it. I really wasn't getting what he was saying because he was basically making the same point I was making, but from a different lens and telling me that I'm missing the mark. Maybe my vocabulary isn't up to par, and that's what I think this debate league for better or for worse is gonna clean up my speaking habits. And it's going to allow me to be more precise and being able to get my point across more directly. That's what I put that in when they asked one of the reasons why you want to join the debate. I put that in there because I recognize how these brothers interact. I want to be a little bit more sharp. I got a lot of knowledge, right? I know a lot about shit, but sometimes I can go with a point over another point when I could have been just focused and line the nigga up and let him kill himself. So This right here is just gonna help me to be able to articulate exactly what I mean, and it's gonna allow me to go into the weeds on conversation so I can have more details rather than knowing about who the fuck came across the boats in the 1680s. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to look up no more primary resources to show a nigga that black people was calling themselves black in the Americas, right? I feel like I wasted enough time on that. I should have been able to answer the brother's question immediately without having to hear his response to realize, oh, you talking about allocating funds and tax dollars. I already mentioned that when I said that the town allowed, my town specifically, allowed white people to reconsolidate the area, bring in a bunch of people that wasn't a part of the town originally, make it a part of the town, and now they got the voting rights to take the tax revenue and build neighborhoods, right? I speak about that through nauseum on my channel a lot. I done said it. My city, they reconsolidated the land and they took tax revenue from suburban black communities and used them to build out white suburbs. And then those same white suburbs got reclassified from Duval County to Clay County. And then now that they're in Clay County, but they're still considered Jacksonville, 15, 20 years down the line from that, guess what? They're dropping to Jacksonville. Now they're their own town. Now that's Orange Park. Now that's Fleming Island. Now that's Oakleaf. Now that's Argyle. All these things built out of tax dollars that was, them places was not originally there. Them was outskirts of Jacksonville, and it was just outskirts of Duval County. But when they reconsolidated the Duval County into Jacksonville, they brought all them outskirts. They took hard-working black dollars and used it to build up the suburbs. That's my whole point. When niggas wasn't activated locally when that was happening. Niggas had been ran out of the local elections back in the 1890s, 1905s. So by the time we get to 1910s, 1920s, 1950s, when all this shit is taking place, niggas are at a very small number and playing the politic game locally. That was my whole point, right? So I was like, bro, I really don't get where you're going with this. But I do understand last night, a lot of topics of conversation back and forth is to gauge where you at. So he might not disagree with this, but he's taking this stance to kind of, you know what I'm saying? He kind of getting that. He trying to figure out what I know type shit. And so they're doing a good job of that. And I'll also try to do a good job of giving the crowd a good show, because I'm recognizing, because I've seen multiple interrogations, I know that this is the good cop, bad cop, right? But the crowd like to see a little bit of, a couple sticky situations. Pause. So, I give them a couple elevators. I give them a couple jokes. I give them a couple nuggets so they can grab at it and fight and try to, make a spectacle of me in the chat for the sake of the content, because I'm a man of the people, right? But, so I heard Anon was like, man, this nigga don't even know. We just arguing with nigga to argue with nigga. But I'm like, nigga, I do know that. But I'm just so smooth at what I'm doing, nigga. I got you thinking I don't realize what's going on. Nigga, I'm just allowing this shit to manifest itself for the betterment of the people, right? I'm going through this like a hazing. So I'm going through the little hazing procedure. But I'm also trying to learn the niggas who hazing so I can come back and boop. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to boop. Hit a nigga with a round one. Hit it with that. And that nigga whack 100. Nigga, I was on Twitter. I was watching that nigga whack 100 boxing the two white boys in the parking lot. That nigga said, get down. Get down. That nigga hit him with Hey, yo, that nigga whack 100 hit a nigga with a circle. That nigga came around, nigga hit a nigga with one of these. Man, he caught the white boy so clean, that nigga dropped to his knee. I say, ooh. That boy said, I say, damn, nigga dropped his ass. That white man want no smoke in that in and out parking lot. Nigga said, get down. Boop. Get down. Boop. So shit, nigga. I better stop fucking with that boy in the parking lot, nigga. That shit was crazy. Nigga, Twitter is funny as hell. Twitter bring you some shit, nigga. Twitter is hilarious. My fault, I keep itching my ear on this damn stream. I ain't got no home training. I be itching the shit out my ear. Oh shit, boy. And it don't be no earwax in there, but like I'm looking for some earwax. That shit just itching. Like, it gotta be the condensation from the headphones or something. I'm talking about condensation. Do condensation even get created from over the headphones? I don't even know what I'm talking about. That shit got a nigga ear itching though for sure. Let me see. I'm not gonna do a react to the whole thing. I don't think, cause
I don't want to miss.
I didn't expect it to be that long. Pause. Pseudonymous. Look, five. He yawning. What you yawning for? They get in the conversation.
I don't want to mishear you. What you saying?
Yeah, that's how I stay this Sunday.
Yeah,
That's how I
that's
stay
my whole.
this.
That's my whole point with participate. That's what I'm saying. So, but I thought we were talking about at local level with getting in the lobby though and starting super PACs and shit like that. I was talking about niggas doing it from the ground up.
Yeah,
We
but
talking
a
about
lot of
in the
the
political
issues
season.
that we
Yeah, that's what I'm
have,
saying. That's the whole thing I'm
but
saying, nigga.
the issues that we have in is access. Not only access to get your foot in the door, but also access to the resources that's necessary to even have a fight in that type of.
Having access to the resources comes from the elections, right? They're allocating this stuff. That's what I keep saying. Like when I'm saying at the local level, I'm putting state into local as well. I'm saying municipals. I'm saying state elections. I'm saying niggas need to get entrenched in all of that. Niggas need to be electing fire chiefs and sheriffs and all. I'm talking about the entire system, nigga. If your sheriff is a bad sheriff, the next time it's time to vote a nigga in, you need to get him out of there. Like, I'm talking about the full political system. I'm talking about every scenario, all the entire arena, right? But again, this is only going to sharpen my positions, and I'm only going to be able to articulate myself even better with these conversations. So shout out to Blue for this conversation.
So what do you mean by getting your foot in the door besides running candidates and spending money on those candidates and running ad campaigns to make sure that candidate get in there and run that play that you need them to run?
So when we talking about like lobbyists, we could think of that like almost like the NFL. How do you get an NFL team? Can you just buy one?
If you got enough money, most definitely. But you
If
gonna
you
need some
got enough
investment.
money, you can just buy one. Donald Trump had enough money. Could he just buy one? What happened?
Man, Donald Trump gotta go the other route. Yeah, you right. You right.
They
You
said
right. But this
no.
what I'm gonna say to you though. Because the whole thing I'm saying is they not gonna say no just off the rip. Just that type of approach to me, that's sitting on the hands. So like niggas need to lock in and then come back and report that they said no. I feel like that'd be more realistic. Cause I feel like we've been getting a lot of shucking and jiving. I don't think niggas been reporting back saying no.
Respectfully. Look, she said, now you starting to irritate Blue.
And so, and just to be clear, so your position is that we need more participation.
Man, I'm saying we need the real participation, not the watching and voting participation. We need the participation of getting locked in, running candidates, running campaigns, running propaganda. You see these folks running smear campaigns, all that black man. We only got 2 motherfuckers running white fatigue campaigns, nigga. We need 15,000 white fatigue pages.
Hey man, hey fam, what political party you represent?
It's all right, hold up. I'm serious though.
Just to be clear, so your position is that we need more participation.
Man, I'm saying we need the real participation, not the watching and voting participation. We need the participation of getting locked in, running candidates, running campaigns, running propaganda. You see these folks running smear campaigns, all that black man. We only got 2 motherfuckers running white fatigue campaigns, nigga. We need 15,000 white fatigue pages.
Hey man, hey fam, what political party you represent? The niggercrats. The fuck you talking about?
The niggercrats.
What niggercrat party are you talking about running the campaign on?
That nigga say the niggercrats. No, I'm not a Democrat.
I mean, you talking about running the campaign like you got the power to do that.
Got a good ring to it, nigga. No, I'm not a niggercrat. I'm saying I'm further to the left than them, brother. I feel like niggas need to lock in. Yeah, we need to run a candidate. We need to get some money involved.
To the left than them. Wait, slow down, man. Slow down.
Democrats ain't really on that. Democrats is centered in the bitch. They really diet Republicans, fam. Yeah, they diet Republicans. They diet.
What I'm asking you is this, though. What I'm asking you is this. When you say run a candidate, you're talking about us, Black America, running a candidate? Is that what you're referring to? Or you talking about running a candidate with some white folks?
Yeah, no, not only just, I mean, no, I'm talking about Black Americans getting involved. Not only just running candidates, yes, but yes, absolutely running candidates. Is you against running candidates? Real quick, let me finish that. Is you against running candidates?
I'm against the idea of saying some dumb shit like that because I'm asking you how you gonna run a candidate when you don't run shit.
Man, what are you talking about? Run a candidate is a phrase.
What candidate? What political party are you running this candidate under? Okay, the games are over, fam. It's time for you to
run for the Green Party. You can run it for.
What are you running?
You could run it for the Green Party.
What are you running this candidate under?
But if
what party? What political party?
The Green Party.
Hold up, let me finish. I'm giving an A and a B, like ChatGPT looking at. Listen, you could run the Green Party
now.
I'm not running the ChatGPT. I'm talking off the hip. Listen to what I'm saying. You can go to Green Party route.
Problem is about to get bad for you.
Or you could run strictly on the left. I support running on the left.
White people ain't even successful going to the Green Party. Niggas ain't got enough supporting numbers as is, and you're saying we should go to the Green Party?
Man, I'm saying if we went over there, they'd go over there. That's what I'm saying.
We got people that support the Green Party. You're on the.
I stand on that, right? I stand on that, right? So niggas, niggas thought, I don't know what niggas thought, right? But again, I gotta figure out how to get my microphone to be able to talk while other niggas is talking, bro. That's the only thing holding nigga back, bro. If I could talk while other niggas is talking, bro, man, to the moon, nigga. If I could just talk while another nigga is talking, bro, I gotta figure out what I'm doing in the StreamYard back office that's stopping my microphone from being able to penetrate, cut through all the noise. Cause what he's saying is straight BS. You feel me? Nigga that was saying some straight BS. He was like, what you mean running a candidate? Niggas don't run shit. Running a candidate means primary or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody elected. It don't, when you say run it, he just like, he was all over the place. And he was like, fam, what you do, the Green Party? White people can't even get back in by the Green Party. Right. That's the problem is that because they ain't been motivated for real. They ain't had the real motivation. They just been talking motivation. And niggas have not ran behind them and pushed that narrative. If niggas made it cool to be third party, Green Party, and the whites and the niggas locked in, that's the numbers that they looking for. That's the numbers that they trying to grift off. Most of the people that voted on the left and that vote on the right can be easily swayed to either side. That's why they go from the left to the right, depending on the election and depending on the policy. If we highlight the policies and we push the policies that we want and some that can overlap in certain communities, and we make it the face of the Green Party, why the fuck would they not fuck with the Green Party? Elon Musk was trying to run an American First Party, similar to the Green Party, but the Green Party of the right. And anybody else besides Elon Musk would have got that thing cracking. It's still in the process. I can still see the ultra right saying, you know what, we need to cut ties with the regular Republicans. We need our own space, that we're really American First ultra nationalists. I can see that happening in the next 4 to 7 years, right? It's policy driven. The Democrats used to be the party of slavery, right? But the policies is what changed. The policy changed, then the people who vote for these policies are going to change. Nigga not finna vote for the same Republicans if all their policies done went to a different party. All the policies that he was fucking with went to a different party, he gonna go to that party. And that's what I was trying to disseminate last night. But they was playing like they was. So, but I get what Ogun saying. He like, nigga, just stick on the policy tip, cause they nigga try to paint that narrative and go to Yale raging. Like I said, I done dealt with abos, I done dealt with fake abos. So nigga, I done dealt with it all, bro. I'm ready for it. You see what I'm saying?
Channel that supported the Green Party openly last election.
You tripping,
it doesn't
bro.
mean we don't have enough to get behind it. Like
we got placated.
So this channel, you literally don't have a foundation within that party. Are you listening to the response?
I'm listening, bro.
You don't have the control within the Democrat Party. You don't have the control within the Green Party. In the Green.
Are you listening to a response? That was his way to get me to be quiet, just there, so he could push his narrative. Like I said, I got pattern recognition, so I'm trying to learn different tactics, seeing how certain niggas boxing and shit like that. That's how I see. That's how Taz get his steamroll scholarship out. Kind of similar to how Root Words will do it. It kind of sets you up, like trying to get you to get on that decorum path. And as soon as you go decorum, that niggas go full blitz. Nah, I'm on that. I just gotta get my mic right. Nigga, I'm on that.
Party doesn't have a substantial foothold within the electors. So how are you making real change? What are you talking about doing? Just running?
Man, that's not what I'm talking about. I just gave you an A scenario, but you mentioned, like you said, niggas gotta have a little bit more motion. That's what I said the whole time, niggas. You like
a lot more motion
with white people, or
man,
what do you mean?
Listen,
what type of motion?
I understand you not listening. Listen,
I'm listening so clear. I'm asking you what type of motion, because it sounds like you're not.
You getting locked in on A. It sounds like you scared to get to B. Are you Republican? What's up? Break that shit down to me.
I'm whatever you need me to be.
Are you an anarchist? No, I'm saying
I'm everything you need me to be. Anything you need me to be right now, I'm that.
No, I need a good understanding. I got to get my scope lined up. Are you an anarchist? What is it?
Get it lined up. I'm whatever you need me to be. Make a dumb statement, please. Please just make a dumb statement.
It's not even dumb. I can't make one. Listen to me. What are you?
This is about putting you in a box, bro. Not you trying to find a box to put somebody in. This is your box.
Look at that. How you gonna tell me what I can do, man? Listen, bro. How you gonna tell me I can't put that nigga Taz in the box right now because I'm supposed to be getting put in the box? What? No, man. Listen, bro. I told him, listen, bro. I'm well versed in how y'all do these panels, bro. And not when I'm saying y'all, I'm saying how panels work in these conscious spaces. Niggas be trying to get stomped out, and they want nigga to be quiet and take the stomp out. No, nigga, hell no, nigga, hell no. Especially when not when a nigga be wrong. No. We gonna pivot. We gonna regroup, and we're gonna throw the set back up, nigga. He trying to goddamn have a nigga just answer question after question after question so they can line me up. Come on, man. No, I'm trying to ask you, bro. I need to know what you doing. Okay? Are you on the right? Do you subscribe to these theories you're trying to go against? Or are you just espousing it to espouse it, right? We'll see at a later date, I guess. Blue did a good job saving the nigga just then, because he seen that the tide of the conversation was just slightly changing. So he had to, hey brother, relax. We just questioning you. But I like that though. I like that. I think I can take a Taz debate. Probably not the first one or the second one, because I want to see him debate against somebody. I'm definitely willing to debate anybody in the league, but I like his energy though. You know what I'm saying? I like his energy.
I'm trying to understand the conversation, and he not telling me what's going on.
The conversation is you're not standing on what you said. Now you walking and you trying to figure out what he believes. He asked you to explain how your ideology is gonna fix it, and you gave us the Green Party. He beat that up. So now go to the next point, or continue to stand on the Green Party.
That sounds reasonable. You the first nigga that says some reasonable shit. Okay.
Nigga, so now don't be my friend.
I'm gonna fumble you while you in the corner. We just let your ass up.
Nah, he
I could have kept kicking you while you was in the corner. He just let you up.
We need some numbers, bro. That nigga said we just need some more motion. That nigga said we just gotta have more motion and shit. Like you out here, pulling links in the string and shit. Like, bro, what we talking about exactly, bro?
Looking for friends up here.
Like,
A9 funny too. I give it A9. I like A9 energy too. A9 funny too. That nigga had a lot of smoke for me last night. He thought a nigga was trying to be friendly. Bro, I know how to play the game, bro. I know how to play the game. So you can't even let me get my little joke in now, my little shot in there. I'm like, man, you the only reasonable nigga I done heard. I wasn't trying to look for a friend. That was me dissing everybody else I just talked to. Nigga, I'm just playing games, bro. I'm just having a good time last night, man. I was off that oil and that good little paper J, nigga.
Hey, like, how local are you talking about starting exactly? You just talking about just having motion and shit. You talking about like what?
My middle school basketball coach ran to be a council member.
Texarkana or something.
Saying all the way at the ground level, niggas grassroots.
Did he win?
Niggas
Did
ain't
he win though?
grassroots over here. Hold up.
Did he
What's
win?
up, bro?
No, did
Got
he
about
win?
13 niggas on the panel. Y'all ain't none of y'all
Did
grassroots.
he win? Did he win?
Y'all
That's
ain't
what I
grassroots.
said. Don't ask me no question. Ask
Man,
me
you saying did he win?
That
He
nigga
won.
said none of y'all.
Nah, I'm from the red clay, bro. I'm from the red clay. Whoa.
I'm straight from Cali, so we don't deal with none of that. Where did he win? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he won, nigga.
Okay, then why you didn't say that? Scary ass nigga.
This nigga too dedicated. You not
So
listening.
so we gonna put up this challenge.
I'm trying to understand.
I said, "Where's my mic was butter?" I say, bro, you not listening. You being too dedicated. You gotta lock in, bro. Like, Anon, but you had some good questions, but they was just off topic though. But they was good questions though. You had a nigga having to get into his bag, but that boy was off top. I think that was a play though. They was trying to see how I handle being, you know what I'm saying, pressed in different scenarios. Listen, bro, I'm ready for it all, man. I just gotta clean up some of my talking points. I'm ready to go.
Understand what
the Green
you're more
Party.
left than Democrat mean. I'm sorry. I just when you said that I was confused. What does that mean? Like more left than a Democrat?
Repeat that, fam.
He's trying to say.
See, I knew pattern recognition, man. I knew I was gonna see it again. Like I said, so we look. It's still early in the game. But she's heading down. She's heading down. Like I said, I seen her before. Right when I had the purple chart, when I had my box marked up over there, it looked like a double top for me. So as I'm looking at this double top, I'm like, damn, that bit rejected, kind of crashed out. I'm like, is it bit building another one? But it's not necessarily like a double top because one is higher than the other, right? So the structure, it wouldn't be like a double top. That's why I said like a double top. Bitcoin is crashing right now too. I should have kept me a short. See what I'm saying? Like for the weekend, I think I'm gonna just trade Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is because of the metal markets, Bitcoin is crashing. Bitcoin is down to 81,973. So yeah, when I get off of this, I'm gonna look for a short on Bitcoin, or I might try to see if there's some resistance up there. Now we can ride it back up to 85K. So I'm gonna just tap in. I'm just like I said, I ain't making no plays on it. Just putting it in the mental archive. You know what I'm saying? Just put it in the mental archive. But yeah, she when I started the stream, it was at the NASDAQ was at 25, like between 838 and 858. Right now she's 25,612 or 25,612. So it's been about a 300 point move already. So it's been slow, but that's a decent move. It's a decent move. I like to see some more points before I get in there. I like to see it break out in one direction to the next before I go in. But yeah, so this is a decent little interrogation.
You said you were more left than a Democrat.
He tried to say he
wish he was. He wish he was driving the car instead of Renee Good. He's super far left.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you more left than a Democrat.
Nigga.
Okay, so my microphone was working a little bit. Look, nigga in the chat said he too dedicated was crazy. Okay, I'm just making sure my mic was working because I'm like, fam, you overly dedicated, bro. You ain't even listening.
Ain't worried about Renee. She ain't got nothing good going on.
I'm just saying that's what far left would be. I mean, so
look at High Priestess Akasha. She said they answering too many questions. So in this interrogation, this is really like you on the hot seat. You gotta answer all the questions and you can't ask no question. That's really how they doing it. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, like, bro, why y'all won't let me get no pushback? It's because it's really not structured for me to have pushback that day. If that's the case, all right, out the blue, you was just being a good moderator, fam. I didn't know the rules. I thought I could line and scope some of you niggas out on day one too. But I guess I gotta get my notepad and my pencil out, and I gotta take tabs on how every one of you niggas grill the hosts and the debaters, and I can figure out you niggas talking points that way. That's gonna be you gonna send me down a rabbit hole, man. That ain't fair, man. You set me up. You setting the rookies up at a disadvantage, man. Let me learn my opponents, man.
So far left that you said further left than left. I mean, that's
that just sound like a nigga who all the way throwed off. If you think No, nigga, ain't nothing about it. No, you throw it
So
off
what you
right
meant?
now.
So you meant
It's
far
very.
left, but within the law, or what did you mean? Because Antifa is what I would
I
call the far left.
I just simply told you what it was.
Antifa, I would call max left, right? They're maxed out, right? Antifa, they're maxed out. And I want to do a video. My next video, I'll probably do about the 14 different um 14 different styles or branches of socialism. 14 different variations of it, right? And in that video, I'm gonna get into all of that whole conversation, right? I'm gonna get into that whole conversation.
That just sound like
Antifa.
a nigga who all the way throwed off. If you think no, nigga, ain't nothing about it. No, you throw it
So
off
what you
right
meant?
now.
So you meant
It's
far
very.
left, but within the law, or what did you mean? Because Antifa is what I would
I
call the far left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Antifa is the max left, right? Antifa is the max left. Hold on, somebody in the chat. Yo,
Yo, what up, Lucky? Can you hear me?
yeah, you coming through crispy? What's good with you?
Not much, man. I wanted to shout you out, man. Your AAEV, man, is too fucking cold, my boy. You was talking to the hood last night, and we fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Everything you said went over them boys' head, and I just wanted some clarification because I done fucked with a couple businesses before. When you're saying that the state run everything, I took that as regulations can fuck up your money. Is that correct?
Right. Regulations, right?
So how they ain't understand that, bro? Prime example, right? If we all running car washes and the state say, yo, because y'all curb ain't ADA compliant, now the state against Lucky, the state against JoJo, the state against, you know what I'm saying, whoever, they can change the market like that. Now everybody has to get in compliance because of regulations. You feel me?
Yep, they can cripple a business or they can cripple an industry simply off the regulations. That's what I was saying last night.
Word.
But I
Bro,
think they would. I think they did here. But I think for the frame of the conversation, they was trying to hold me to state owned. And
but it
like,
is state owned.
no, I agree. But they was going from an ownership perspective of trying to use a textbook definition of like I control like my prices or whatever. That's the stuff that they kept mentioning. It was always minute on the scale of what I'm talking about when I'm saying when I'm speaking on framework and regulations. Yeah, you can pick how much you selling it for, but if they tell you you can't sell it until 5 o'clock at night, nigga, then you gotta follow the rules.
Word. And also, what went over their head is they didn't understand that no matter how much money you make as private, you still got to pay taxes. Like they act like you don't pay taxes as a public entity.
You had kind of went out, fam. Yeah, I think the mic went out. I don't know. You might have accidentally. Sometimes Discord be like that. Sometimes it'll accidentally hit mute for you.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you back. Yeah.
You Nah, what I was saying is, I think another thing that they don't realize is, yeah, you might be a billionaire private company, but you have to pay taxes. Like they're acting like you don't pay to the state. That's what I'm like. Am I missing that, or was they missing that?
Yeah, they was make that's what they sounded a little pseudo last night. That's why I kept accusing them of being pseudo. I couldn't figure it out if they was just
Word.
trying to play the game or they was or that's how they really felt. You know what I mean? But we'll flesh it out definitely in this debate league.
Yo, bro, don't change up your vernacular, bro. Don't change that up. The hood know what you talking about. Like you just said, they was just trying to elbow you a little bit. But when dude said early in the conversation, I heard enough. I took it as he was saying, "Nah, I really fuck with dude. Like he talking, he know his shit. You know what I'm saying?" But anyway, man, I just want to shout you out, man. Keep it hood, bro. Don't change that shit up, man. The hood know what you talking about.
No doubt. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Most definitely. I'm
Peace.
just trying to clean up
Peace.
just little things. But yeah, so that as y'all see just how easy that was. jump on the Discord. There won't be no echoes and no nothing like that. It's easier for me to it's easier for my computer to handle rather than StreamYard. But my girl is looking at me like my live stream is entirely too long right now. So I'm gonna have to do a recap to the recap. So how far did we get into this? We got an hour into this. We got an hour and a half into this. As you can see, they had a lot of questions for me. So we went from the hour and 26 mark all the way 2.5 hours from
Say
there.
that.
one has a bigger impact.
We're actually speaking directly to the black church, sir.
We talking black church. Lance is up there.
In Australia,
I made a comment to Lance that I told Lance. Oh, maybe I can play that real quick. Niggas, I told him I fuck with genetics, and I tell a nigga where they from based off the camera angle. So I said, yeah, but I can tell you by your beard, nigga, you from the Midwest. That shit was funny because niggas, I guess he from Detroit or something like that. Nigga in the chat said Detroit. So they was like, oh yeah, that nigga was 1 for 1. That nigga do like a Detroit nigga though, just straight off the beard.
Me. I would say black politics. If we talking about controlling the resources, I would say the black.
Yeah, I'm at the she on my ass. But like I said, I appreciate the debate league. It was a good little exhibition. Look at Clay Travis. If these races were reversed, it would be the #1 story in America. No, it's not. Stop rage baiting. Fuck out of here. All right, I got a lot of interesting stuff I want to get into. This nigga Trump said this year was the most successful year in American history. They replacing Jerome Powell next week, so yes, the economy might be looking like it's on a downtrend. With them removing Jerome Powell, there's going to be a lot of positive momentum next week. I could just tell you that just based on how they work and how they get money. And let my nigga get his shit up. Matter of fact, before I get out of here, I'm gonna let my dog get his shit up. All of the FBA's been coming for my nigga, right? I fuck with him. It's a lot of content I wanted to get to on this stream, but we got to get to Brandon Tatum, Piers Morgan, right? We got to get to Officer Tatum. We got to get I got to get Martin Lamont Hill when he was on there dealing with Vinny, right? I want to react to that, but let me get this in right here. I got to go. My girl is dead ass. She on my heels right now.
FBA, the Foundational Black American. These niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing shit outside. They on the internet looking for niggas that look just like them to degrade and call tethers all day. I don't see these niggas doing no work against none of these fucking Nazis, none of these fucking Klansmen, nothing. All I see is them niggas calling out other black people all day. That's divisive as fuck. Questioning niggas. Where you from? Where was you born? Nigga gotta show you your freedom papers? Damn, massa. I gotta show you the freedom papers? Who is these niggas on this nag? Bunch of motherfucking Stevens over there trying to check a nigga blood. Wanna check a nigga papers. Sound like ICE. Another 3-letter organization. Healing and perspective or hate speech and fear mongering. But a lot of us only know how to be in community with abusers. So when niggas start talking about healing, when niggas start talking about organization, we start talking about inclusion, we start talking about mass communal practices. You've never seen that. That's not your experience. That's not where you feel comfortable. Calling niggas names, checking niggas verification. What hood is this? What hood is that? Now, if we was gangbanging and killing each other, it would be a problem. But it's not a problem when a nigga asks where you from and it's on the internet and it's on the basis of a culture that we created out of oppression. You don't want to let other niggas participate in your culture because they come over here and degrade him. And you know the business of colonization better than anybody. These niggas is brainwashed. I'm not going back and forth with no nigga that come here from another country in search of the American dream when I know this shit is a nightmare. I'm not going back and forth with no nigga that think he finna get some favor from these white white people. I see you niggas that's born in America do the same shit. Michigan head coach, that nigga ain't no tether. Stephen A. Smith ain't a motherfucking tether. How many niggas have we seen tap dance and degrade black people that are from America, born in America? When niggas do it from abroad, I don't say it's an issue with them. I know that they're brainwashed by the system because they went through colonization over there just like we went through it over here. Why the fuck is they leaving Africa? Because Europeans are destabilizing their countries, inserting capitalist dictators, fascist dictators in more democratic socialist societies, toppling governments, and then sending the niggas fleeing. Where do they go? To America. And what do? They come through with their religious minds, with their colonized minds, and destable black American revolutionaries because they don't know no better. And it's a bunch of niggas in America that don't know no better. They only are used to being in community with abusers. We have been oppressed in this country for 400 years. Some of us don't know how it feels not to be oppressed. Some of you ain't comfortable if you're not oppressed. You've never created an idea of what freedom looks like for you. Black Americans, and I advocate for this,
Man, my nigga going off. I gotta rewind it.
Know better. And it's a bunch of niggas in America that don't know no better. They only are used to being in community with abusers. We have been oppressed in this country for 400 years. Some of us don't know how it feels not to be oppressed. Some of you ain't comfortable if you're not oppressed. You've never created an idea of what freedom looks like for you. Black Americans, and I advocate for this, nigga, me and Big Cat are the blackest of black Americans. We are true to the black American experience. We are proud. We also understand that our story doesn't start here nor end here. The Panthers were Pan-Africanists. Marcus Garvey was a Pan-Africanist. All the leaders and things that came before you that gave you the blueprint to feel revolutionary were also thinking about global movements, mass communal practices instead of micro movements.
And there you have it, man. Why all the light-skinned niggas gotta keep it real? But that's good. That's what I like, though. We need more light-skinned niggas like my dog out there. You know what I'm saying? We can add that butt to the butt because all we had was the Hodge twins. Shout out to my nigga. I'm glad my nigga came in the game spitting that real. But I got to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. I will be doing a part 2 of the interrogation room recap. And I got a bunch I was supposed to talk about today. I got to talk about Nick Fuentes, man. I got to get back on my Nick Fuentes streams, man. I got to tap in on that side of town. I got to start bringing that content, man. But yeah, I got to get up out of here. Let me see what I got on the agenda. I could put some, yeah, let me see what I got. I don't mind do the time. Let me see what we got. What we going out with? Florida, nigga, I gotta go out to some Florida shit. It's Friday. I gotta leave to some Florida shit.
Hey everybody, Walton Goggins here. Starting a business is never easy, but with GoDaddy Aero, that endeavor is about to become a whole lot.
Yari. Baby, give me some cash.
I grew up around some bosses, what the hell you think I turned into? Trappers, scammers, certified smackers, yeah I know a few. Jumped up in this shit with straight pressure, like I'm supposed to do. He mad because his bitch say I'm that nigga, and he know it's true. Gee, you wanna learn about the game? I can fucking coach ya. I can teach you niggas by that rain, like I'm Al Roker. Brown skin bitch with laid edges, coming straight from Boca, trying to slam my dick all in her room, put her on a poster. Bro done popped the perk hit, now his eyes looking dilated. I can't be around you broke niggas, it get me agitated. Pull up in that drop top vet, roof decapitated. Why the hell they put that check on hold? It got me aggravated. STUNNA, how you spell motion? All this free bands in the air, you still window poke. City full of backdoor ass niggas, I can't leave it open. Real bad talk, I get paid for every word spoken. Pockets full of straight dead friends, like I'm Lil Uzi. Glizzy came straight from Wick Lady, it came with a doobie. Stop telling all these people that you know me, bitch, you probably knew me. I ain't the same jit from back then, now I'm going stupid. I'ma do whatever, do it all, just to get this cheddar. She a YB fan, I gotta scream and stun her battle. Yeah, you had it lit, but I turned it to another level. Since day one, I've been a real settle.